on Dallas, but we can have a full-blown conversation about if he could be in rotation on Boston. But he's starting on Dallas. That don't tell you something?
He started on an NBA Finals team. That tells me enough. That tells me enough. Really? That tells me more.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It tells me everything. It tells me the lack of depth that them niggas got. That's what it tells me.
A win's a win.
That's what the F it tell me.
Had the better starting five.
A win is a win regardless.
The hated Celtics won the NBA.
Ain't no team with Derrick Jones. Ain't no team with Derrick Jones and PJ Washington winning the championship. Point blank.
He ain't letting it go though, Dre.
Alrighty. Y'all can hear me good?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right, what up? Welcome to the All Grind Sports Show. We are politically incorrect. I go by the name of JC, and that felt so good because I ain't said that in so long. But back with my brothers, man. I know it's been a minute. Thank y'all for tuning in the way y'all have been, man. Still showing love while we've been on hiatus or whatever. Make sure y'all continue to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all here with us, and we appreciate that. So let's get right back into it, man. I got a lot of material for y'all today. It's our official first off season of NBA talk and NFL talk. So, you know what I mean? We're gonna try to spark up some spit today. First off, we got the OG in the building. My guy, Raider Ragu from the They Follow from Burners podcast. And make sure I check out our last episode because there's some stuff we might not get too into today. So if you want to know, some of the spits for real, make sure y'all go follow They Follow from Burners to get the exclusive on that.
Yeah, you can follow from your real phone too. It's just
follow from your real phone and your burner. Let's get them subscribers up. Shout out to Ragu as well for hitting the 400 subscriber mark.
Oh shit, dog. Yeah, we're just happy about that. Thanks, man. Thanks, bro.
Congrats, that was well earned.
And then we got my youngin back once again from the So Icy gang, tatted like a biker gang. My guy Andre the Sports Junkie. I bet you ain't heard that in a while, huh?
No, I haven't. You know what else you haven't heard in a long time either? Hold on, let's see if I still. It's podcast motherfucking Monday.
Hey!
Let's go. JC want to take a hiatus and shit.
Say, man, I was out there steaming up in Texas, bro.
I'm joking. It must have been 30 degrees. 100 degrees.
You better add a 1 in front of that. And then we got my dog from across the country, man. One of my other brothers from another familiar face that I know y'all haven't seen in a cool minute. One of the greatest, most brilliant basketball minds that I know. My guy KO.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me today.
Yes, sir. It's been a long time coming, man. We finally got my brother back, man. So, we finna put him to work while we got him. So
I'm excited.
Appreciate it. So first off, man, we're gonna start off on a darker note for the first couple topics, man. First off, rest in peace to the great, legendary, late Jerry West, man. The logo, man. I need to say more. The logo, man.
One of the Finals MVP of a losing team.
The only one still till this day in 2024. Only player in the NBA history to ever do that. I want to go back and look at his stats. Damn, we miss you, Isaiah. See, he would have already been on there right now.
Isn't he on like a cross-country trip or something?
Yeah. He on the road. Shout out to my brother Isaiah. Get back safely, man. But yeah, man, what's just immediate thoughts, man. Matter of fact, I actually want to let Ragu kind of take the heat first on this one, man, because I know he could probably speak to it a little more than we can. So What's our immediate thoughts on the legendary Laker great Jerry?
Well, yeah, thank you for saying Laker great because he was a Laker great that ended up working for other teams. He is not a
Oh yeah, we had a
Golden
big
State
argument about that in
legend.
the chat.
He is not a Memphis legend. He is not a Clippers legend. He is a Laker legend that went to work for those teams. Yeah, man. What can you say, bro? Player, coach, GM,
Executives.
He, he was right there with Dr. Buss as Dr. Buss took over this franchise, man, from Jack Kent Cook way back in the day. Jerry was his man, his main guy. He was his coach. He was his GM. He wanted Jerry to do everything because he knew how great Jerry was. He had watched his whole career and all that. But Jerry's problem was like any superstar coach, he wanted more out of his players than his players actually had in them. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So he would get
that's usually the problem with them type of coaches. That's why they don't really be panning out.
Yeah, he would get frustrated to the point of it causing him like health issues and all that. So he had to step away from coaching, and then that's when they got Jack McKinney really was the guy, and then he got hurt in the bicycling accident, and then again, Dr. Buss called on Jerry West again, man, and Jerry was like, Buss, I told you, bro, like, I can't coach. Like, I'm not, like, that shit will kill me, literally.
Yeah.
So even though Jerry Buss called a press conference and basically gave Jerry West a job, Jerry got up there and was like, no. Westhead is the coach, and basically Riley is the assistant. And that's how that all started. And so he was right there for everything, man. But I didn't get to see him play. I'm not quite that old. But I will say my thought of him, like I told you on my podcast, was summer of '96. Still remember where I was at. He went out on faith, stood on business, traded half the team away. Like either let half the team go on free agency, traded everybody else, went down to Atlanta where the Olympics were being held, and did not come back until he had Shaquille O'Neal's signature on the contract. Wow. 7 years, $124 million. Previously in that draft of, the Olympics would have been in around August of '96. And we know in June of '96 in the draft what he had did already and brought the kid who he said was the best workout he ever seen in his life. He said the hardest thing for him was to keep it under wraps how excited he was to sign Kobe because he didn't want to give it away.
Yeah.
That basically Charlotte was finna trip. Charlotte was basically blowing their whole future by trading us this kid. The rights to draft
because people respect Jerry in that manner to where if he's that excited, it's like, wait, hold on a second. It's kind of like if Warren Buffett makes a move and it changes the whole, you know what I'm saying?
It was to the point where he had another workout with Kobe, but he canceled it because he wanted to keep everybody guessing, even Kobe. He didn't even want Kobe to know that he, was on him like that, pause, because he didn't want Kobe to tell another team and then another team be like, oh shit, Jerry West wants him.
Right.
Shit, this must be a guy. So yeah, man, summer of '96 when he brought Kobe and Shaq to the Lakers, bro. After by '96, the Lakers hadn't won since '88, and that don't seem long, bro, but that's a long time in Laker.
For Lakerland, hell yeah.
Yeah, Lakers are used to being and winning championships every year, every other year.
And then once they got together, you notice how that went. You know what I'm saying? They had to fire Dale Harris and all that before he really, got these guys to play like he thought, like he saw, like he envisioned Kobe and Shaq playing.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, that he didn't own the team. Dr. Buss did. Dr. Buss passed away. Dr. Buss got a bunch of kids. The boys start trying to step up and be a part of the team.
Oh my gosh, that was terrible.
Which kind of forced Jerry out. Didn't force him out, but Jerry, if you know his personality, he's a no nonsense guy, bro. And when those non basketball people got in there and started making decisions, he was like, all right, I'm out of here, bro. I'm not gonna have my good name attached
Tarnished.
to these shenanigans. So like when we got the year when we got Luol Deng and
Oh
Mozgov.
yeah.
yeah, Moscow, yeah. He was like, I'm not about to be a part of that shit.
Mozgov at 12:01 a.m. Might I add?
Man.
Like
So
somebody was
then
breaking down the
goes
door.
over to
Don't take me back. My bad, Ragu. I ain't gonna go back down
yeah.
that lane.
He goes over to Golden State and the rest is history. But yeah, only guy to win the finals, MVP on a losing team, and then nobody complained. The winning team never complained. Nobody that watched the series
To this
ever
day, you
complained.
don't hear nobody complain about it.
So that tells you, man, he must have balled, and probably the Lakers should have won, and it just didn't happen.
People complain about if LeBron would have won in 2015 and he didn't even win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't never heard nobody complain about Jerry.
And
So
that also
that's-
goes to tell you too, like how Jerry West. Like I watch Showtime, and obviously, they do certain things that actually did. They put a little bit of make believe in between, but you can just see how like Jerry West was as a player. He was that guy. You couldn't tell. You can't tell.
He was
even
that
if
guy
you,
at every role he had.
Even if
Show-
you weren't born to watch it.
Showtime, Dre, is almost a documentary.
I was gonna say, it damn near should have been.
It's very close in the accuracy of it, from what I understand.
But
as a matter of fact, they had to tone it down to get it on TV.
but what killed me was I don't care what anyone says about Jerry West. Oh, he was angry. Oh, he was shit. I would that job that he did is a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. And rest in peace to literally the great.
Jerry was that ultimate guy that hated losing.
Yeah. If he
more
could go
than he
82-0,
right?
his goal was
He
to go
was-
82-0.
He liked to win, but it was the feeling of losing that he hated so much
Yeah.
that propelled him to be as great as he was. He was a character, man. Jerry was a character.
But you just hit it right
In a
on the
good way.
head, Ragu.
In a
That's
good
what
way.
separates great players from good players.
And I would love to hear like how some of his conversations went, like when they talk about, like how he helped kind of propel the Golden State dynasty. Like I wonder just how those conversations went. Like, did he tell them like, y'all better not trade Clay, you effing idiots? Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm curious to like how that type of split went. You know what I'm saying? As far as like him being able to make all these moves or like telling them like, y'all better get rid of this effing team for Shaq. Like that's all, you know what I mean? Like it makes me kind of wonder more now.
Damn, that's right. He did win a couple chips in Golden State.
He traded Eddie Jones so that he wouldn't have to interfere with the coach. Eddie wouldn't put Kobe in. I mean, Dale Harris wouldn't put Kobe in over Eddie Jones. So he didn't go down and tell the coach to put Kobe in. He just traded Eddie.
And shout out, also shout out Wes for Powell and giving us that, Laker resurgence in the late thousands. Went to another team and was still a Laker at heart. I love it.
2008 at the All-Star break. I'll never forget when that happened.
Any words real quick, J.O., on the logo?
Yeah, I mean, Jerry West, he's not just a Laker legend to me, but like an NBA legend,
All around.
I think his number should be retired from every team.
Pop your spit, KO.
Yeah, I mean, he was just respected all around the league. I always hear watch the podcasts and interviews from NBA players and NBA greats. It's just the same thing. They say the same thing. Like he was just respected. Like, and every time he talked, they would just listen. So anybody like that, I think they just have to be, remembered in a great way. And I think the NBA will do something eventually for him, just not just like the logo, but just like I said, retire his number or something like that. Like they did with Bill Russell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's one of the greatest ever.
I mean, Lakers is definitely gonna have at minimum 32 on the
Oh
jersey.
yeah.
For the rest of the next season.
You know
I
how
mean,
much
not
pressure you know how much pressure that must have been. Sorry, JC, I just want to throw in. You know how much pressure that would have been if they don't retire it and someone's wearing 32. You know how much pressure I would be in. Oh shit! I'm wearing. Nah, I would have been like, nope, new number.
I mean, that wouldn't happen on LA anyway. But yeah, for the other
Yeah,
teams,
they're loyal. They wouldn't do that.
I also think Jerry West would have been one of those guys who could play like almost any era too.
yeah,
Like he would
he's
have been
he's
able to
he's one
adapt.
of the few, and it's not just because he's a Laker. Even though I know y'all won't believe me, but he's one of the few classic players that I don't like slander. That I think would have been just fine, regardless of where they went. He's one of the very few.
You could put Jerry West in today's game. I think he would fit right.
Yeah, he'd
He
be
would be able to
fine.
adapt.
And also, his work ethic as a player it just sucks that he was never able to get a chip as a player. But you see how much hard work he put in.
Right. Also, so rest in peace to the logo. And I also want to send prayers up to Nate Robinson.
What
I know
happened?
we kind of mentioned it on the show before that I guess he was having a kidney issue, but from what I seen reported that it's kind of I guess getting worse because he's still looking for a kidney, and it really is a life or death situation at this point if he's not able to find one. So prayers up to Nate Robinson, man, and hopefully that gets situated, man.
Man.
Well, no one should ever have to go
I don't
through
know how
that.
much the players union is involved, or as far as the whole logistics of it. I'm not too sure, but I know that this is something that I brought up some months ago, and apparently he's still dealing with it as recently as literally like a day or two ago. So
No one should have to go through that. And like you said, praise up to Nate Robinson. You never want to see someone go through that.
sure.
And also, we live in a world too where no one's really, and I don't mean giving as in like just gimme, but no one. We're in a world now where though if your kidney is a match or healthy, they're gonna look at you like, nah.
Yeah. That's why it's tough, man. Because you got to find somebody that even has the matching compatibility, I believe, and then they have to be willing to give it up or donate it. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. So prayers up to my boy, man. That being said, man, let's get into some basketball. We got a full load today. Pause.
This sound like Travis Kelce on the podium.
So first off, something we're gonna dive a little deeper into today. We done had a few days to let us settle since doing the OGs podcast. JJ Redick is the Lakers coach officially. What's your thoughts?
I'll start off because I thought the irony was not lost on me when we was just talking about Jerry and the kind of like back and forth exchange he had with JJ Redick about JJ Redick trying to call players of his era plumbers and shit. And he just let Redick know that, you was just a
You wasn't
role
on
player,
shit,
bro.
yeah.
You wasn't even no star like that. And it's ironic, I would say. He passed away and then this dude is now the coach of the Lakers. But role players make better coaches most of the time. Jason is doing a good job. He was more than a role player. Larry Bird once did a good job as a coach, and he's more than a role player. But
Is
other
JJ
than
better
that,
than just real quick, is JJ better than Doc?
Well,
as soon as you asked me that, no was my. So I'm gonna stay no. Doc was that. Doc was down. You know what I mean? He could do everything on the court, and he was down. He was with the shenanigans. So JJ don't want none of that. Yeah. Doc was a better player all around, better defender, all that than JJ Redick. Yeah. But Doc, man, had a couple years where you could say he was a superstar or a star in the league, but
Superstar?
not superstar. He wasn't he wasn't Larry Bird or he wasn't Jason Kidd in the league. You know what I mean? But let me see a good comp.
It sounded like he was one of those players who just like kind of played the game right. Was like just a good fit.
He just sounded like a borderline all-star.
Kind of like a Steve Kerr.
You said what, Kel?
Sound like a borderline all-star. Like he wasn't
that
like
never got one though.
Up there, but he was like close to it.
Was he closer to like maybe like Jalen Rose-ish? Is that
borderline all-star? That's a good way to describe him because he played with a lot of dogs, right? If it hadn't have been for some of them dudes he played with, like Jordan in there, Dominique Wilkins and guys like that, he probably would have had an all-star game or two more than he does. And I don't know if he doesn't have any.
I don't think he
but
does.
Doc was a decent player, man. Nothing specific that he did well. He just kind of played an all-around good game. You know what I think? Doc, but see, that's even older. I can't even use that for y'all.
Real quick.
I was going to say Dennis Johnson.
He went to the All-Star game in 1988.
Yeah, I just seen it right now. He averaged 14, 4, and 9 on 45% and 27% from 3.
1988. He's in the league with, Drexler, Jordan.
Drexler, damn.
Drexler wasn't on the East though.
No, yeah, he was in the West. I'm just saying he's in the league with these dudes though.
These the
not necessarily the. Yeah, this is who he's guarding night in, night out, and made a name for himself doing it. So
I didn't even know he was the all-time leader in assists for the Hawks. Like,
Doc Rivers is. Even like right now.
Yeah, like I know Trae Young will probably.
Trae probably gonna obliterate that, but that's still something to be said about that though. That's crazy.
Yeah, currently, he's the all-time leader.
It's not crazy. He was legit, bro.
Yeah, but then again, Atlanta doesn't usually keep point guards too long either. They always give them like a good 3-4 year run, and then they good.
He was better.
And it's just one of those franchises, just not like a big franchise, big market, so they won't have the bigger names that we used to.
Atlanta seemed like one of them cities in football and basketball where, pardon me if I just be blunt, they're just all so ran. You feel me? They're never legitimate championship contenders, except for the 1 year where the dude missed the field goal against Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
But the Hawks,
it just seems like it's one of those teams that just try to stay like the Hawks and the Falcons. They just try to stay relevant. They don't want to win the championship. They just want to stay relevant.
Well, we can't. Hold on. I gotta stick up for the city now. Falcons have had a couple Super Bowl contending teams, at least in the last, I would say, couple decades.
Oh yeah, they lost in the halftime lead, and then the dude missed the kick that would have sent them to the Super Bowl about 20 years ago. So, and then that's two times in 20 years.
The NFC championship year when they lost to the Eagles. So they've
been playing football a long time, man.
Don't do that to the. I'm saying in my recent memory, this is all I could go off of. I've seen quite a few that had action.
Quite a few.
Now the Hawks is a different story.
I mean, they did make the conference finals, 21?
With Kyle Korver, and they also made it with Trae.
But KO, your example is going to be probably the worst 60-win team we've seen in NBA history.
What? And then we have the great
Philly?
No, Atlanta.
Atlanta won 60 games that year?
See, you didn't even remember that.
They was like a 4 seed. That's why I was like confused. I don't think they won 60.
Wait, what year are you talking about?
I'm talking about their most recent one, 2021.
21. Oh, you talking about that wasn't the conference finals though. That was the second round.
No, they beat Philly in the second round. Remember? Because the whole Ben Simmons
beat home.
That was the conference final.
Oh,
And then they played the Bucks, and Giannis was injured.
See that playoff run was so trash. I didn't even realize that was the conference finals. Everybody was beat up. COVID season. I didn't even realize that was the conference finals.
Yeah, that
also they went with
team
Kyle
Korver, and all of them. Paul Millsap.
That's the one I was talking about. But my bad, y'all. I got us off course. Back to JJ. What's our thoughts on JJ as a coach?
I was gonna just about because you said JJ Redick. It just broke news. He said, "I'm no longer a podcaster. We're focused on winning a title."
I mean, he ain't got no choice. But how that look at you being on a anyway? JJ as a coach, like, don't make me mad already, JJ. Please, like, don't get me started. You ain't been a coach 5 minutes. Don't start with me.
It'll be interesting though. I think he has a lot of trust from the front office, which is good. I don't think you could say the same for like a Darvin Ham, really. How much trust he had from the front office. I think with JJ, like they're saying, he could be like the next Eric Spoelstra. I don't agree with that, but I think he's really smart enough to where I think he can utilize LeBron and AD the best I think anyone else could. So it's going to be interesting to see. I want to see how they built the roster this offseason.
Yeah.
What they do with the 17th pick. If they make any moves, significant moves, maybe get like a third guy, try to get, I don't know who they really could.
Yeah, trade that pick because I don't trust these niggas drafted.
But yeah, I want to see what the roster looks like first. Really.
And by the way, Darvin Ham didn't have the front office trust because he's a Detroit Piston. Just for the record.
And he didn't have the trust because he was just out there. I don't know, bro. It used to seem like he was to just throw lineups out there with no rhyme or reason, in my opinion, and just hope for the best type shit sometimes.
So you really feel like bro can't coach?
I was just about to say, I would like to be in the interview room with the Lakers people, because like, how did he even get? I don't feel like
because
he was the assistant of a championship team. That's all it takes sometimes.
But what did he say to get it to convince them? Because we saw what happened once he got the job. Okay, they made the moves. Not this past season before last, and then end up making that run. Otherwise, he'd have got fired, I think, then.
That season?
Yeah. But other than that, bro, what did he do here?
Like, what did he say?
We already talked about.
Well, the Westbrook thing helped because that's not technically his fault, I guess.
The 10th place through 7th place Laker basketball that we experienced while he was here it's not Laker basketball, bro.
It's better than 2014 Laker basketball.
Yeah, but we never going back to that. You know what I mean? What's the name didn't do that much better. The coach that was the coach in the bubble. Vogel.
Because was straight. I have to vote.
Yeah, I like Vogel too.
I didn't have a problem with Vogel.
But I'm saying we went to the bubble still needing to handle some business, right? To be able to get into the.
No, it was the number 1 seed.
Were we?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, so
it might have been like the year after.
The year after that, we was 7. Yeah,
because they traded for
borrowed times.
But that wasn't the Westbrook season, was it? No, that was the year after.
That was the last real Lakers season.
Oh, but that was the season LeBron got injured though too.
No, AD got hurt that season,
and he missed like 30 plus games.
Yeah, that was AD that got hurt that season, and he got hurt in the play. I think he missed a couple playoff games.
What the year after the COVID, after the championship?
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, they was the 7th seed that year because LeBron got hurt.
No,
they started off really well.
It was AD that got hurt in the
playoffs. AD got hurt in the playoffs, and LeBron got hurt in the regular season because they started off really well. And once LeBron got hurt, it was just like AD, and it was like, oh, damn, they started going down a little.
I don't know why I don't remember LeBron getting hurt that season. Let me see.
Because remember, it was the ankle. Solomon.
It was an ankle injury.
On his ankle.
But that was only like a few weeks, wasn't it?
No, that was
a good amount of time.
Yeah,
see.
because remember when he sprained? When
What
he
season we
first
looking at?
injured it, was rolling all over the
2021,
court.
right?
Yeah,
Oh,
2021.
damn. Y'all right. He played 45 games that year out of 70.
Damn, only
Because he
45.
was
Good
LeBron was
lord.
in MVP. He was in MVP talks before he got hurt that year.
Damn. All right. Well, I'll give you that then.
Wow, JC.
So,
getting
yeah, that
numbers.
wasn't really
Let's
Vogel
go.
fault then.
Why did they fire him, bro?
Just a
Probably the
questionable-
lack of
it was a
success,
questionable
Come on,
decision.
Ragu. What kind of question
Lack of
is that?
winning.
When a Laker coach ain't winning championships, you on the hot seat. That's why.
And replace him with Darvin Ham?
At least Darvin Ham. Well, Vogel got him to the NBA Finals. Darvin Ham, I think, got him to the Western Conference Finals. Correct?
Yeah, after
Yeah,
a play-in. After a play-in.
Right, play-in.
Lakers don't play for
conference
play-ins
finals.
though.
I mean, you can argue that's more impressive, though.
But the Lakers don't play for.
We're not gonna
What
argue
did we
that.
say a few years ago? Lakers don't play for play-ins. Lakers play for seeds 1 through
60.
4, nothing under,
Yeah. 60 wins, 57 wins, man. Is what,
and like 20
what I'm
some
used to.
losses.
You know, the Lakers went 67 and 15.
I mean, when do we start talking about the players, though?
Who'd you have?
At what
Westbrook.
point do that come in?
They won a championship.
You had Westbrook.
After that,
I mean, I
You're
think
not
the
supposed to
questionable,
just immediately be trash after that.
the questionable decisions came once they won after the championship when they traded Kuzma, KCP. They traded the core guy
well, they didn't trade
for
Kuzma.
Westbrook.
They didn't
No,
bring back.
They,
They didn't bring back
They did.
JaVale. They didn't
No,
bring back.
they didn't trade
Right.
Kuzma till like I think the year after that.
And McGee, I
So-
felt, played a big part of your
was it
guys'
Kuzma part of the
championship.
Westbrook trade though? I'm pretty sure.
Westbrook
he was.
wasn't there that season that we played y'all.
Oh yeah, right. 2021. It was after that season,
Yeah, it
but
was
still,
after that.
2021. They had all the injuries, and I think that's when Frank Vogel still needed at least one more year.
Right.
And
I agree. I agree. I didn't like that firing. I was against it.
That's why we're in trouble now. Should have never fired that man.
And
And
honestly,
I'm like
JC,
I'm like Gilbert Arenas. Why are championship winning coaches getting fired nowadays? That shit used to never happen. You win one title, man, that would be good for 5-6 years.
Hmm.
It used to be like that, bro. How is it that now every other year coaches are getting fired? What the
Yep.
hell's going on?
Budenholzer lost his job. Vogel lost his job.
welcome to 2024 now.
Mike
the
Malone
20s.
might be the only one who they let rot.
And I mean, Mike Malone, the Denver one, still really recent. I mean, before Boston won, the Denver was still
Yeah, the year
reigning
before.
champ. So
We won it the year
he
after.
may only have
Denver.
one more season, really.
That would be like if the Nuggets
Malone
don't win
if
the
they-
finals next year, that would be like them firing him.
Nah, but with Malone, they were so
It makes
patient.
no sense.
They were more patient with him than teams usually are anyway. So I think he's actually good because they were so
That is true.
patient to even let him get to that point. He's gonna probably have more patience before it's like, all right, nigga, like what we doing now? If Denver starts getting in play-in type situations like a year or two in a row, then
He'll be in
it's like,
trouble.
all right, nigga. Yeah,
You're pushing it.
exactly.
But-
You should.
Honestly, though, I'm
Playing.
kind of
I
on
hate that
Ragu with this. Pause. Sorry, Ragu. I didn't mean to say it like that.
God damn.
I'm with Ragu when he says, bro, edit that out, please.
Hell
I'm with
Hell
Ragu.
no.
I'm with Ragu when he says, like, I'm not trying to completely bash JJ Redick because, you know, we got to give him a chance. Can't judge a book by its cover. But at the same time, it's like, what the fuck did you say? What made them go, oh yeah,
In the
this is the
interview.
guy? Because they
Yeah.
wasted 5 days. Don't forget, trying to get Hurley.
I want to know what was so.
The Hurley thing was fake to me, though.
And I think I know the answer to this, but I want to know
KO.
like, why JJ was so much more intriguing than at least talking to Monty. That's what I would want to know.
I think Monty just doesn't want to coach, really. I mean, he made it like apparent to Detroit, but they offered him so much money that he couldn't refuse that. I think the Lakers was like, if he doesn't want to coach at Detroit, why would he even come to LA? Like, we not even
Yeah,
gonna
I
give
mean,
him
yeah,
the
because that's honestly just as bad of a situation as Detroit.
yeah,
Not team wise, but pressure wise.
exactly. So that's how I seen it.
Okay,
But I
well,
think I'll say one thing with JJ. The most interesting part I think will be with him is how he'll mesh like the young guys with trying to win
The
now.
veterans.
Yeah, like JJ seems like he's really on with development, and he really wants to see like AD progress a little bit more and see
Did
like
you
some
see?
of the younger guys
Did you?
like
My
with
bad, Kay.
Kim
I was just gonna
Christie.
say. Yeah, I was just gonna say. Did you see that JJ even said he's planning to keep? He's gonna draft or get somebody because he's planning to keep AD strictly at power forward.
Yeah, so they may want to get a five at pick 17, a true five. So maybe like Zach Edey. I don't know.
well, I'm on record.
So
My bad, KO. I'm on record saying on follow from burners that I don't like it. I've had a few days to let it process, and I'm not gonna lie, I still don't like it. Um, I mean, I
I
obviously
like
hope
what he
I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but
I,
he,
I like what he's coming in the door saying. Doesn't mean it's going to translate to wins, but
he just
the
never. You know what it is too,
Actions speak
Ragu.
louder than words.
I feel like he told on himself just a little bit when him and Perkins had that exchange, and I think I never really looked at him the same after that. The fact that you
uh,
jumped to racism so quick with a conversation like that, and Perkins never said that, it kind of. I'm not saying JJ's on that type of time,
what
but it just made me side eye him a little bit.
what happened? I think I missed that.
So yeah, they had a back and forth where they got real heated because Perkins, I guess, insinuated that there could be like some racial bias sometimes with the MVP voting, and he brought up I think like Dirk and Nash as an example of like them wanting forefront foreigner guys sometimes to get that type of light for the league. And JJ just went straight off the deep end, was like, "Oh, so you're calling the voters racist? Like I'm tired of the Stephen A.
Yeah.
They're calling he's calling the voter racist." Perkins like, "Nigga, what you talking about? I didn't say that." Like, so the fact that he jumped straight to that like that is like
Yeah,
usually
he jumped to that
usually when
conclusion
tall
real
people
quick.
go to that type of time that quick, it kind of makes me wonder about you a little bit. And I could be wrong, but I'm just saying I've been giving him a side eye since that. You can watch the
Yep.
exchange and kind of, I'll holler at you about it on the phone or something. I'll get your take on it. But
I don't
yeah,
know that much about JJ Redick. You know what I'm saying? As a person, I do know he went to Duke, and Durham, North Carolina, is a racist town. Um, if you take Duke's basketball team out of the town and the football team now, I think that might be all of the black people. But I can't say that he's on that without
I can't
actually,
either. I'm just saying
yeah.
I've kind of giving him a side eye of like, nigga, I'm watching you since that conversation. That's all.
Hey, I think it speaks to and I'm gonna just go here, bro. We got time. Uh, we've been talking lately about having the game that we know or that we uh let's just say that the traditionally the young African American in the United States has excelled at basketball. It's starting to change. Uh, and I took it to the laid it at the feet of AAU coaches, right? Since I talked to y'all though on that podcast, I got a bar of my main man Gil.
Mm-hmm.
Gil brought to my attention the rule changes of the last decade or so. And while him and Kmart sitting there talking, it made me realize that they did soften up the rules because, and this is from Kmart's mouth, to, these words that I'm going to say. Before the Euro player did not catch on, bro. He would, he'd come over here and, maybe be able to play a few minutes, man, and then basically be a bench player.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like the lack of hand
bad.
checking and defensive calls that they're making and everything, the breakaway foul call, all these little foul calls and flagrants and stuff is all to soften up the game so that we can have a bunch of basically, man, pick and pass and shoot, bro. And I'm gonna challenge you guys like Gil challenged the panel when they was talking.
Okay.
Who is of the Euro players a good defender? And don't say Rudy Gobert. Don't say Rudy Gobert. All right, not name Giannis.
All right, then.
Wemby. Listen. I really didn't want to take it here, but I'm gonna take it here.
Wemby?
Not a black Euro player.
Oh. Damn it, Ragu. Damn
now
it.
give me a good defender.
Ragu, that ain't fair because there's never been a lot of great tall defenders in general. That's not a fair take.
I disagree with that. There's been
Marc Gasol
defenders, man. That
Gasol was a great defender.
I go all the way back to Bobby Jones on those great Sixer teams with Dr. J. Bobby Jones was the defensive guy on that team, and he was a white guy. So that ain't
Marc
it, bro.
Gasol?
It's just in Europe. So look, this is what Kmart and Gil end up. This is Gil talk. He said Kmart was like, man, you really go to college to learn how to play defense, right? Everybody kind of know how to do their moves and score and get to the basket. But you go to college to actually learn how to defend, how to rotate, how to get down, how to slide your feet, all that, right?
KO, help me out. You the encyclopedia, man. Can you think of any of the tall good defenders or Euro?
What college are these European players going to?
I mean, most of them don't even go to college, really. They just come out straight to Europe.
And they come out playing offensive basketball.
But can you give us some defenders, though? Because I'm drawing a blank.
KO can't give you any because there are none.
It really isn't, but the closest one I could think of maybe, and I don't know if he was really that good, but the defender is Gauskas, I think.
Big Z. Ilgauskas, Big Z.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're going that far back, I mean, I think Dre gave us one with Marc Gasol.
True. But it's really not.
He was a great rim protector.
These are rim protector guys. Who can?
But yeah,
guys even when you said Giannis,
perimeter.
Thank you, KO. Even when you said Giannis, you're talking about guys in the paint. Give me a guy that can get on the wing.
No, Giannis could do both. Giannis could do both. Don't do that.
Okay, all right. But give me another Euro player that can get on the wing.
But how many great defenders do we even have on the perimeter right now? That's not dime in a dozen right now.
I can name a few.
Yeah, exactly. You can name a few. Exactly.
It depends on what you group. All right. Let's even do this. Non-liabilities on D.
Oh, wait.
You ain't even gotta be a good. You ain't even gotta be a good player.
Damn.
Who can we say, hey, this guy holds his own on defense?
Oh,
or
you know what?
All of them just want the ball.
I don't think he was Euro. I don't remember if he was Euro or not, but he was tall. Kirk Heinrich.
Oh my God, Kirk Heinrich.
He was a good defender.
Jesus.
He reminds me more like a hustle player.
Yeah.
He was a good defender.
And plus he played
Patrick Beverly is a hustle player. That's what you talking about. And he be trying to gas himself up.
But we know he's not really like that.
I'm just saying, don't try to do that to Heinrich. Like,
I'm not trying to compare the two. Being a hustle player not a bad thing. I'm just saying. he reminds me more of a hustle player more than like just being actually like somewhat of a good defender.
Henry was he was like a player
He was
who
probably solid.
I'm gonna get the job done exactly. Like I'm gonna do what's asked of me to do, and he's started in this league before for good teams.
And I just say those Chicago teams as a whole were just like really good really good defensive team. That's probably
Even
what
even when he was on Atlanta
accelerated
too,
them.
though. Even when he was on Atlanta, that
That
was
is
good.
true. That is true.
Let me see what Ragu got to say about that.
Happen.
I gave him Kirk Heinrich. What we talking about?
Kirk Heinrich went to Kansas.
I'm just talking about a tall player that plays good defense.
No, Euro, bro. We're European. I'm not talking about the white kids that went to school in America. The European player, bro. That's who they're trying to hand our league off to. And it is, just cut and shoot, man. Cut and pass, shoot the three.
I would need to see who. I mean, you would have to name off the Euro players, I guess.
Gil said it's 150 of them in the league.
But you know what the problem is too with that, Ragu, because you said everyone they're trying to give the league to Euros. I think the biggest problem with that is these kids emulate a Luka Doncic and all these guys, and that guy don't really play defense. Well, not really. He don't play defense. That's who got, and the kids want to just shoot, and not play no defense on the other end.
So you're telling me African American kids are on playgrounds right now imitating Luka Doncic?
Well, not just Luka, but guys that just shoot threes and play absolutely no defense. They'll shoot, but they won't defend.
Because I'm asking a serious question. I don't know, but I
never. Damn, I ain't gonna lie.
When I was coming up, Bird was fantastic, and you didn't have any African American kids talking about I'm Larry Bird.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at this European list. I think this is like all time, but I do not see a lot of good tall defenders. I see Dirk, I see Powell, Luka, Peja, Gerberkic, Porzingis, Vucevic,
Jokic,
Sabonis. Marcus Gasol is probably the exception. Bohan and Bogdan. AK-47 was a good defender.
Who's that?
Karolinko.
Oh my God,
Andres Karolinko.
I got you. I knew I'd find one up here.
He would be.
I think we really may have one though, but he's not. He's black. I would say the one that just got drafted to the Wizards. What's his name? Koulibaly.
Yeah, we tried to not go there.
Yeah, he said tall only. Dragic, not a good defender. Turkoglu, not a good defender. Gallinari, not a good defender. Foreigner, not a good defender.
Jakob Poeltl, that played with the Raptors.
Who?
He's foreign. Jakob Poeltl.
Oh,
the center.
That used to be on the Spurs.
Yeah,
he's solid.
He's decent.
Yeah, he's solid.
I would say
they're few far between, though. We could say that.
It's not really like elite ones, though. You're not gonna find elite.
That's why no hand checking.
Rubio was a good pickpocket guy.
I'm trying to say it nicely. They watered the game down a little bit, bro.
Absolutely.
Well, you already pointed that out.
Gil, I really fully now understand, because remember me and used to talk, JC. I was like, man, I don't know what it is, but I just can't get into it.
It was something, yeah.
And Gil brought it home for me, bro. It's that.
But it wasn't just that.
Turning this shit into fiber.
It wasn't just that. But you also brought up the fact that it's kind of, we probably won't get another Iverson situation. It's mostly brothers, nephews, people that got money enough for camps. They've kind of turned it into a fraternity.
Nepotism?
Yeah.
It seems like it's getting to that. Like 10 years from now, you might find one or two that might slip through the cracks and get up in there. But for the most part, it seems like they're kind of
like that post you sent me on the gram with all them second generation dudes. It was like 20 of them.
And they've been slowly, and I think we kind of pointed that out on the Follow from Burners episode we did. It seems like they've been slowly maybe getting it to that point, and then all of a sudden, boom, we got a $76 billion contract. Who finna get all of that?
Hey, man, you know. I'm just saying, bro. I don't know.
So maybe that's what it was the whole time when I kept saying, "Come on, Ragu, watch the games again." You felt something, you just didn't know what it was.
Yeah, and you know, I know a lot of young folks, younger cats be like, "Oh, y'all old dudes just like hacking and shit." Kinda.
You said kinda.
Hey, using all of the files, right? It's part of the game, bro.
Okay,
you
so
don't get
I was still
anything
looking
for
I was
having.
still looking for players. My bad. I was still looking for players.
Go ahead.
And would y'all consider the young guy from Orlando, Franz Wagner, a good defender? He played
I wouldn't
at
say
Michigan. He went to
good.
Michigan too.
I wouldn't
Lakers?
say
But
good,
he's
but
from
I
Germany.
wouldn't say
Jonathan
good, but I
Isaac?
wouldn't say bad.
Okay.
The ex-Lakers?
He's toting on that average line. No, not that Wagner, the good one. The little brother.
The younger brother.
Good one.
Oh, but he went to Michigan. He went to University of Michigan.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
The guy you talking about, he is on Orlando, but he has a little brother that's actually supposed to. Well, he was supposed to be good. I don't know what that game 7 spit was he just pulled, but
we're going to disqualify
Wagner's
him on the fact that he went to school in the United States. So, not him. A Euro that came over here from Europe.
Franz went to Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he came straight from.
No, he went to Michigan.
So Gil is right. We're right too.
Man, ain't none of these niggas. No. Man, ain't none of these niggas playing defense. I don't want to hear that shit.
Bro,
ain't none of these niggas playing defense right now.
Defense is discouraged.
Yeah, Cuzzo sitting on a bad back right now because he one of the only niggas playing defense.
Exactly, bro. They done took the rules. They don't even make playing defense a big deal anymore.
Ragu, the way you said that, defense.
Yeah.
He called himself. Nice one. All right, let's keep it moving, though, man. We got a lot to get into. So, we pretty much, like I said, you got to go to Follow from Burners from the exclusive. We talked about the finals over there. So, all the views, all the people that was here for the finals recap, go on over there to Follow from Burners, and you can get JC's exclusive take of me talking about the cupcake finals run that these guys just had. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, I do want to dive in a little bit deeper. Pause. And KO, you were not on that episode, so I want to hear your thoughts on the finals before we move to the next topic.
To be honest, I really can't really watch it. It was
trash.
One, I was working.
You could say it.
And yeah. Two, I really wasn't that interested. I feel like I knew Boston was going to win. They were just a better team. I think they were just the most dominant team.
But you also got to realize, too, you also got to realize the only one with finals experience, Jason Kidd and Kyrie Irving.
That's who they played, KO.
And the Celtics were just here like 2 years ago. And
That's who they played, KO. That's who was in front of them.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it don't matter. If you're hurt, you're hurt. Oh, fucking well. Shouldn't have played. If you're hurt, sucks. Next season, try again. Sorry, Jimmy Butler, that you were hurt.
KO, you giving them that when Strus was the best player? Like, you giving them that? And Andrew Nembhard, they get that?
I mean, if you go back and watch the Pacers series, it was like a really tight series, really. They got swept, but it was all the games were close at the end. Like game 1, the Pacers only lost that game because they didn't foul up 3, and Jaylen Brown got that shot off, I think. And then all the other games, they just blew them. Really, it was up like
18-point
double digits
lead.
at one point in all those games.
The game where they got eliminated, they were up 20.
Yeah, like
18. Yeah.
Yeah, 18. Right? Remember, we was watching the game while we was doing the
You
show.
shouldn't have been down like that to Indiana anyway. Why did they get any
but
credit for
Indiana
that?
was a good
JC,
team.
it's the playoffs, not the regular season. It
Wow.
don't matter.
Oh, we're doing this. Okay. All right. KO, I
And
know
I feel
you
like
know
the-
better. I know you know better, but it's cool though. But I know.
I don't know.
Stop it, bro. I know you know.
Indiana got swept, but I think it was a way more competitive series than what you see on paper.
I think that's more of a slight on Boston than a credit to Indiana.
I
You
mean,
shouldn't
yeah, I
even
can
been
say
in that
Boston-
position with no effing highly list Indiana.
Yeah, I
Oh
think
well.
Tatum admitted like they didn't really go into that series being like serious enough
Because they knew
like,
they wasn't
caught 'em
playing
off guard.
nobody. They knew they wasn't
I mean,
playing
that's-
nobody, and they knew they ain't played nobody.
You
can
just
say
really
that too,
hate the
but
Celtics that much. That's
You
crazy.
still got to play who's in front of you.
Even though you're absolutely right, Dre, I would be saying this if it was anybody.
KO.
Even though you're absolutely right, I would be saying this if it was any other team.
But I'm just saying, you can just hear the disdain.
Lakers?
It just pisses him off that they won.
I can't hear you, Raghu.
Lakers, you would be saying that?
I said I can't hear you.
That's why I just start laughing.
You hear how he sounds, KO? He's making it sound as if, like, just because you're hurt, we're just going to lay down for you.
I'm just saying what y'all did wasn't impressive.
I mean, they're like, I would have to ask JC.
It's just because it's Boston.
Yeah, I heard
Would you say that about the Lakers? Like Raghu said?
Bro, like I said on Follow from Burners, they do that to the Lakers. They always discredit our championships. Every single one.
JC, I would ask you then, what would have made the run impressive by the Celtics then? Like, what would have made it
if the star players
this
play?
wasn't impressive.
If the star players play, I don't even care about injuries. But damn, can we get?
I mean, they played.
Can we get a Cleveland? If Mitchell finishes that Cleveland series out, I give him full credit for it.
He played the majority of the series though. He played like the 5 of the 6 games. Donovan Mitchell?
No, he did it.
Yes, he did.
Yes,
he went off. He went off that game when they tried to split up, or I think it was 2-1, whatever it was, where he just went off for like 40
game
50,
2.
and then he missed the rest of the series.
I remember correctly.
That's not. He didn't play no 5-6 games.
I thought he
played
one and a part of one.
Hold on, so this niggas. See y'all trying to do this because Isaiah ain't here to fact check y'all, but I got
thought
time
he only
today.
played one game and part of.
Hold on, we about to see right now. Because I remember Donovan
I
Mitchell
may be
was
mistaken.
Donovan Mitchell was on these niggas.
But yeah, Donovan was going crazy.
So listen,
we did play Luka and Kyrie. Don't forget that. And Luka and Kyrie were putting up at least 30 after game 1, I believe.
And I mean, even if he had Jimmy Butler in the first round, Boston was still going to beat them. I don't see a world where they would have lost to them.
Yeah,
and did you see Jimmy Butler's post?
But that's the point, though. First of all, Kel, you can't say that when they lost to them niggas as a
but
1
I mean,
or 2
you can
seed
say that
before.
for every championship, though. There's like what if that happened, or what if
you can say that
for every championship run?
KO, I want you to name me the NBA team who played 3 straight playoff series without the team's best player. Name me the team that's done that.
When did Boston play not the team's best player? They played Tyrese and Pascal in the Indiana series. They were both
Tyrese left in like game 2.
Oh yeah, he did get injured, but they had Pascal. They still have Pascal.
Pascal's putting up numbers.
KO. If you don't stop playing with me on this podcast, if you don't stop playing with me,
like, come on.
Did you just name Andrew Nembhard?
Thank you.
Do you know how much Andrew Nembhard's Andrew Nembhard's value has went up since the playoff?
Mm-hmm.
That series against the Knicks and Boston, he averaged like 20 something. Had to at least.
33.
JC.
I'm looking up these stats right now.
He working hard to discredit the Celtics, boy.
No, I'm looking at this Donovan Mitchell spit he talking about. Okay, so Donovan Mitchell's last game was game 3 when he dropped 30 on these niggas.
Oh,
So when they had a chance to tie up the series, Mitchell was out for the rest of the series. What 5-6 games you talking about?
That's not our fault. That's not our problem.
Right. And I'll admit I'm wrong about that, but Boston was still going to win that series.
Man, nigga, please.
Like,
you just hate.
You act like Boston. You talking like
league.
Boston ain't lost to a lower seed in the playoffs before.
That was before they got Drew and Porzingis.
They was due.
Porzingis didn't even play.
Right. And they were that just show you how much better they got. They didn't even need Porzingis for half of the playoff run.
Bro, don't nobody need Porzingis on their team. Let's get that straight right now. No. Nobody needs Porzingis.
They only got the 1 seed because they had Porzingis for most of the season, and he provided that spacing for them. That JT.
That's not true. Boston has been in that 1 or 2 seed realm the past few years. What you mean? They didn't need Porzingis.
That's what I'm saying.
They were elevated.
They closed the deal this year. Embiid got sent home where he belongs, and then
there could be an argument that they choked before this.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, there is no argument. We did.
Yeah, so they finally got one. They really should be working on their third.
They got one without playing the team. KO never even answered the question, first of all.
Because you can't. That's like, I don't like that question because you can go through NBA history, go through every single NBA champion, and see who they played and be like, oh, if that didn't happen, they wouldn't be the champion. Or if they played them, they
that I agree with you with. But what you can't do is find me an NBA team who had 3 straight playoff series where they did not play the best player on that team. You cannot find it.
The Dallas Mavericks
give the rings back?
Yes, nigga. Yes, absolutely.
Then if you want to get rings back, take 2020 away. Take your 2020 title away then.
Hey, I've been hearing that for 4 years, so I don't give a damn about nothing you talking about.
Why would we?
And also,
that's what I don't like. Why y'all not keeping y'all foot on their necks, but y'all sitting here trying to discredit us when we actually played the best players? We played Gerber Kitchen and Jamal Murray.
Jokic.
We played the nigga that was averaging 35 a game.
But see, I could be like, if Kawhi and Paul George and them ain't choked that 3-1, who knows if y'all would even won that?
But they played. There's a difference between choking and you didn't play.
That doesn't matter though, because like I could say if the Knicks had Jalen Brunson in them and they played the Celtics, who knows what hard.
And also, Dallas beat 350 win teams to get there.
Yeah, because they role players that probably wouldn't even be in rotation on Boston. They were having anomaly games throughout the playoffs.
I ain't gonna lie, JC. You just sound like a hater now.
Thank you, KO. Jesus.
Hey, he working overtime. That's crazy. He working overtime to discredit the
KO.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Derek Jones would be in Boston rotation right now?
Yes, I think he would be. Just because of how bad.
Over who?
Just because of how bad. I mean, after Sam Hauser, Derek Jones could definitely play. After Sam Hauser? Because Sam Hauser, what was they, 6 man?
No.
Wait, no. That was
no. I'm thinking about when Porzingis is injured though, like because Al Horford was in the starting role when Porzingis was injured, so that moved up everyone else. So Sam Hauser was in that new role, and then I could see DJ.
Don't even worry about it. I'm going through the roster right now.
I mean, after they top 6, moving on, really, like who on the, Payne Pritchard? That's what I'm forgetting. Payne Pritchard.
So you got Pritchard, who's there to facilitate off the bench and shoot. Hauser,
Pritchard, who people thought was a negative.
Hauser, who's there to shoot, and you got Al Horford, who's there to damn near do everything at damn near 40 years old. I want to know which one of these niggas Derek Jones is playing over.
They would play Derek Jones over Sam Hauser.
No, they would not.
The adjustment. Yes,
he don't shoot like that. So why would they play him?
But they would start playing him first, and then they would be like, okay, if he doesn't provide the spacing we need, or he does because he does have that fake shooting you're talking about he had, and they would just keep playing him because the defensive versatility.
2-3 games? You got to win 16 of those to get a championship.
You wouldn't even think Sam Hauser was a positive before this playoff run. or Peyton Pritchard.
What you mean? He been shooting like that.
But he at this level,
he started
consistently.
In the second half of the season, he was playing good. I had a nigga beat me in the effing fantasy championship because of this nigga. I know who the F he is.
At the beginning, okay, but answer me this: at the beginning of the season, would you pick Derrick Jones Jr. or Sam Howell?
I wouldn't pick neither one of them niggas at the top of the season.
No, but if you had
Derrick Jones ain't been playable like that.
If you had to pick one to be in your rotation, who are you picking?
Probably just off of athleticism, I guess Jones. But
exactly,
and most teams,
because you know the name, you know what you're getting from him.
But
this is hilarious.
We are talking about a nigga who starts on Dallas, but we can have a full-blown conversation about if he could be in rotation on Boston. But he's starting on Dallas. That don't tell you something?
He started on an NBA Finals team. That tells me enough. That tells me enough. Really? That tells me
you're absolutely right. It tells me everything. It tells me the lack of depth that them niggas got. That's what it tell me.
A win's a win regardless.
That's what the F it tell me.
Had the better starting five.
A win is a win regardless.
The hated Celtics won the NBA.
Ain't no team with Derrick Jones. Ain't no team with Derrick Jones and PJ Washington winning the championship. Point blank.
He ain't letting it go though, Dre. He ain't letting
point blank. Period. Ain't no team with them two niggas and they start lineup winning the championship. Period.
All right,
they're technically correct because they didn't win, but they made it.
It doesn't say any of that on that Larry O'Brien trophy.
Ragu, that's nasty work. Don't do that.
I'm just saying. I hate him.
You know what pisses him off, KO?
I hate him too, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is, brother. We got to be better. We can't rely on Dallas to do what we supposed to be doing. So, you know, Pelinka and now JJ Redick and Genie, get it done. You see what the hell just happened? The hated Celtics won another one. So that means we got to run off 3.
Now that being said, what do the Mavericks need to do this summer?
They gotta find a legit third guy.
Luka needs to
take
go
the pressure off Luka and Kyrie.
What you mean? They got Derrick Jones, KO. They good.
Come on now. Oh, brother.
Here comes the saltiness.
You walk right into that, sir.
I don't know what personnel moves they need to make, but I know they need. I just feel like they need to get there again and get a taste of it again with most of these same players on the squad, because you don't just. One thing about the NBA that hasn't changed is you don't, get eliminated in the first round and then win the championship next year, or you don't win one playoff series and then win a championship game next year. It kind of happens like how Boston just did it. You go in stages. You even go and lose, like when people think you should have won. And then that next time you have more appreciation and you can understand what the job is at hand, and you will play better and possibly win. But like I said on Follow from Burners, they fuck around and really be 2 years away from actually being good enough to win. Because they didn't get close this time. You know what I'm saying? They got to the finals, obviously, but then Boston pretty much blew their doors off after that. So I just feel like they need to go learn. They need to get back to the NBA finals and learn how to finish, how to fucking win games.
Nigga, you make that sound so easy. Just get back to the finals.
Too, I think a big part of that
ain't easy, nigga.
they just got there.
I think Luka's teammates even addressed it after game when we went up 3-0. I think his teammates even addressed it, that you can't be chirping at the referees every time. Like when he yelled at his bench and started chirping, like, call the fucking challenge.
Hey, Jerry, I got a question. Who controls whether the team throws the challenge or not?
Ooh. I feel like you got to be like and I hate that I have to say this fucker's name. I feel like for a player to really be able to tell a coach that you need to challenge that shit, you can't. Actually, I'm not going to say his name. You just got to be like an MJ or a LeBron, or you got to have that veteran leadership and skill to be like
Dre,
when you're
Dre,
I
there's
would
only
imagine
one
that-
person. There's only
I
one
can't say
person.
LeBron because he didn't get one.
There's only
He got
one person who has control to throw that challenge flag or hit that challenge button,
coach.
and that is the coach. So all that Bark and Luka doing is still on the coach to control the tempo of your team.
Of your team.
So if Luka's able to do that and get away with it, that is a coach problem at that point. I ain't gonna blame
I
Luka.
could say
A coach
I
is gonna
would
push
say
the boundaries as far as they can.
that Luka doing all that chirping could affect how the coach wants to go about it, though. Like, you know, if he's going to keep going about this, then I feel like I just have to do it if he's just going to keep doing it.
You don't have to
If-
do spit, but be black and
KO,
die,
where have
Jason
you been
Kidd.
on this show all this
If
time?
J Kidd is how I remembered him, he probably turned his head when old boy said that.
I
shit.
think he
Like,
turns his head most of the time. Like, he sees Luka
Like,
doing
get-
it, and he's just so used
first
to it
of
now.
all, we're not gonna
like
act
get
like.
your ass up.
First of all,
Yeah.
that challenge was probably gonna get challenged anyway because it's Luka's sixth foul. So I mean, any coach would be an idiot to not challenge that. That's first. But as far as the chirping throughout the game, that I guess like Brian Sexual was talking about. As far as that level, it's on the coach to control the tempo of your locker room, of your bench, and all of that type of shit. If it's to that point, then it might have to be, you have to stand your ground, or it might be a Carlisle situation again where you're like, all right, well, nigga, I'm out. If y'all just gonna let this little nigga do whatever he want, talk however he want, like, did you gotta do
I'm
what you
sitting
gotta
here-
do?
I see where you're going, JC, and I'm sitting here thinking, it ain't like Jason Kidd, it's Phil Jackson.
Yeah. That's
You know
a
what I'm
good point.
saying? So, and then you finished the point though. What you said was about Carlisle.
Yeah, neither was
So
Carlisle.
If kid end up getting on some, hey, you know what? Let's fuck this. Then that's gonna be the ownership's fault, right? But
Exactly.
yeah, kid, I don't see Luka yelling at Phil Jackson like that.
Hell no. Hell no.
That's all I'm. You know what I mean? And
Hey, Ragu,
kid just ain't.
I stand corrected.
Yeah, kid just ain't really got the coaching clout yet.
Is
But
that
I
what it's
feel-
really based on, or is it the tempo you said?
You ain't finna, Phil.
Because
Yeah.
I don't see Luka yelling at Doc like that. Keep it 100 with you.
Yeah, I wouldn't see him
I
nailing
agree.
that Doc like
I
that.
agree.
Doc who? Doc Rivers?
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
Doc
if you
Martin.
would've asked me, I would have said,
Oh.
don't see him hollering at Jason before he did it. So
I can see Luka hollering at anybody, but I see it like this because I feel like in today's NBA, players have way more control than ever. Like the coaches just don't have the same control they may have had before. Like I think this is really truly like a players' league. So if
KO,
the
I-
player
KO.
wants something,
KO, I agree
Then-
with you, but you telling me you could see Luka yelling at Popovich since you talking about some anybody?
yeah, I think he
Oh.
could, like truly could.
I don't think
truly
I
see
ever
that.
seen a player yell at Popovich.
But what
I don't
KO
know.
is saying is 100% correct because we talked about it earlier with these championship coaches getting fired and shit.
Right.
Like a year or two after they just fucking won. Like what the? So he got a point, man. He's got a great point right there. Coaches, it seems like we are in a even more than players league.
Let me see.
It's got to be called something else because coaches. Not only is there's no more Larry Brown, Phil Jackson, Greg Popovich type of guys, but you will get fired a year or two after you just won a motherfucking championship.
So
that
let's
used to
see.
Never happened.
We're gonna go.
That's the era we're in.
Minus Golden State. So, Nick Nurse not on Toronto, right?
Nope.
Yeah, Philly.
Frank Vogel not on
Gone.
the Lakers. Budenholzer not on Milwaukee.
I think we can stop there. That's preposterous right there.
3 straight.
He
These
said
guys
that's
have all won in the last 5 years, right?
Yeah.
All them
I
three
just don't-
dudes you just named.
I just don't think we realize like how much pressure coaches have nowadays, where the front office is just behind their back, just like if you make
Dre
one
and
wrong move
Ragu,
or they hear
what was
one
I just
player.
saying the other day?
About them front
What
office.
was I just effing saying? What did I go on a
Bro,
rant
you
about just 3
did.
days ago? KO, was you
About
watching
front
the show, bro?
office.
I don't think
Talk to
I
the
ain't see that one.
GM.
You
Look at
just
the
word for
GM.
word, bar for bar.
But my
Exactly what
question
I
is
just went on a
why?
rant about. I'm so thank you, KO. Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah, like
Owners, do
I
you hear
think
that?
Hey, all summer 2024. I'm on front offices next. Pause.
Oh yeah, he was on the GMs. Oh yeah, he's
Well, you
GM
got to hold
killer.
them accountable at some point.
The
yeah, like
coaches are
hold them
such the easy
accountable.
scapegoat, bro. I'm so sick of that shit, man.
yeah, like
AC
front
is on
offices are making these
GM
mistakes, like
bashing
roster
summer.
mistakes.
KO,
He's
you got to
he's
realize
on a
too. These
summer
are
tour
and KO,
of
you got to realize
bashing.
too. These coaches are going and drafting certain players and going after certain veterans through the GM. That's who the GM thinks. And then when they lose,
Yeah,
oh, so I'm the coach. No, you need to be held
right.
accountable too. With all that
Like front
fuckery.
offices are
Stop
making
that.
these trades and they don't work out, and instead of making the or at least admitting they were wrong, they're like, okay, this is the coach. We may need to find something new, a new system.
Yep.
Like, no, it's you,
So
the front office.
basically,
You're the one that's making the mistake.
it's them motherfuckers getting the coaches fired.
Yep.
It really is.
They
No,
going in there and
I'll take
telling
it a step
the
further, Ragu. They're firing the coach off their mistake.
yeah,
How
yeah.
ironic is that?
That's
It's
crazy,
not even
bro.
just that too. It's the players because you got to understand. Adrian Griffin, the Bucks coach at the beginning of the season, he was doing a really good job with that team,
Very damn
but
good
he
job.
got fired because they just didn't like what he was saying. The players, at least, they didn't like what he was saying to him
So it
Oh,
was
he
so
and
so
how
do
he
he
you
was
hurt
trying
their
to
know
hold them
feelings.
accountable.
do you know a little more about that situation? Because I never dug more deeper.
So
I thought it was just
I,
Giannis.
I was trying to read into it, but they had like this whole thing at practice where Terry Scott, Terry Scott is
Ragu,
like Dame's man, and he was an assistant coach.
Uh-huh.
So
let's
like
go.
Adrian Griffin really didn't want any input from him, and that kind of rubbed Dame the wrong way. And like certain things like that just kept happening behind the scenes, where it was just like, okay, the vibes are off here. We don't really like this guy, and even though
Uh-huh.
we're doing really well, we want someone who's like we know who like we're getting what we're getting from. That's why they hired Doc
Did
because they already know what they're getting in the pedigree.
did you hear anything about Giannis taking issue with I guess Griffin feeling like his brother was kind of taking
Ragu,
the
Florida
roster spot?
scored.
About to start.
I don't think
Oh,
I specifically read anything about it, but I think that could have been something like a part of it where Adrian Griffin's like, why is he even here? Like,
Right.
then that's it's not an NBA player, but you really can't say that out loud. And
Yeah.
that's probably something he
And
did, and it was like, that's a no-no.
and you know what confirmed that for me that Giannis takes it that serious? Because not too long after that, he started talking about how I guess he turned down the Adidas deal or something because they didn't give
They
him
didn't
the
want to
they didn't want to
put
pay
his
his brother
brother
with the
on it.
shoe deal or something. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, so maybe there is truth to the Griffin situation. Just the fact that he even questioned, like you said, why is this nigga even here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Giannis,
Yeah.
that's just like, okay, now it's like
Oh, yeah.
it's me or Giannis, and you know who wins that battle.
All right. They got to pick the coach. They got to fire the coach. Go a different way.
wow. Damn.
I want y'all to fill in the blank. Y'all hear me?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Tatum is the what best player in the NBA?
If I answer fast, fourth. I don't know who the
Yeah,
other
off the
three
top
are
of
in
my
front of him, but
head,
if I answer fast, four came in my mind.
I would just say something safe around top 10. I would say top 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I would put him there top 10 just to be on the, like KO said, on the safe side.
But I
So
think
Dre and
there
KO
could be an
do not
argument for
think.
top 5, though.
So y'all don't have them top 5 in the NBA.
I do.
Off the top of
You
my
do?
head, no. But if we got into an argument and discussion about it, I could see why someone would put him
You're
top 5.
open-minded enough to possibly be wrong.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could see him being top 5 for sure.
I still got Gerber Kitch Giannis. This is in no order. Embiid, KD. I'm struggling with a 5.
Who you say, Luka?
I didn't say Luka. So there we go. There we go.
Tatum. Luka's better than Tatum.
Oh, here you go.
I'm just asking. That's what you said.
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Luka's better than Tatum.
I want to say Shy got an argument, but Tatum has 2 finals trips, so I'm gonna leave that alone.
But that's the thing. Like, are we speaking strictly for this season or overall?
Okay, so like when I do a top list, I usually go off of
or like
the last couple seasons or so. You know what I'm saying? How it's been going, how you've been winning, the number. Like I take a lot of things into account. It's not just as simple as I don't kind of do it like football where it's literally usually season by season. I kind of stretch it out, pause to, maybe the last couple, maybe even few seasons sometimes. And where you are right now, the biggest thing. So yeah, because Tatum has in this little short time made a couple finals and has had, he's been hovering around that 30 a game and winning, I'm not going to do him like that quite yet, but let Shy get him a finals appearance or win or something like that. I'm ready.
So how is, and I'm just asking, spitballing here.
Okay.
How is Luka better than Tatum? Tatum has the 2 finals appearances and a victory, and Luka's only had a 1, and they got damn near swept.
Because I think the numbers are probably stretched so much, and I think Luka has had a lot less than Tatum that I take that into account with those 2.
A lot less what?
Talent around him.
He got Kyrie though.
Now. Yeah, now.
I mean, he's having
even without when he didn't have Kyrie. I mean, he took him to the Western Conference Finals.
I mean, that is true.
I do not like Luka. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, bro. Instead of beating around the bush and shit, I don't like him.
I know. You sound like my Uncle Pookie right now. I've been fighting with him about Luka for years. I get it. I understand where you're coming from.
I wouldn't want to ball with him.
You wouldn't want to ball with him?
Nah.
You know what, Ragu? You weren't here that day, but I did a poll with the entire podcast one day, and I asked everybody. I think it was like an ESPN type of thing where you say overreaction. I forgot how it went. It was something where you say like overreaction or non-overreaction or something like that. And I said, Luka will win a championship with his style of play. No, my bad. I said Luka will never win a championship with his style of play.
With his style of play.
Yeah. Dre was here for that day, I think. Everybody said overreaction to that. What do y'all think?
There's going to be adjustments that have to be made. Yeah, it's not overreaction, bro. Not exactly how he plays right now. No, nope, he won't. So that's not overreaction.
But I feel like you can say that and still be like, okay, even with that, knowing that he's still like a top 5 player in this league, it's just like
that's fair.
With that style. James
Harden was a top 5 player at one point. You know,
right? Even Kobe said his style of play wouldn't work out, and he wouldn't win a championship. And he turned out to be correct. So.
And this is, and I've always said that about Luka. Like people always, just because he's tall, they wanted to compare him to Larry Bird. And I've always said like Luka plays nothing like Larry Bird in my opinion. He's closer to James Harden than Larry Bird, and it's starting to look like that with everything, numbers, and I mean James Harden never went to a finals, but as far as like everything else, I mean they're damn near identical to me, except the free throw shooting.
Why you say it sounded like an asterisk?
Does Luka not shoot free throws well?
Not as well as James Harden.
Oh,
Luka be like in the 70s and stuff.
But Their
That's
games
that's
are.
why
You're
I'm
right.
saying he's not Bird. Bird was a pure shooter. Like Luka, not
You're
a
right
pure
too.
shooter.
You're right about the defense too, or lack thereof, for
Exactly.
both of them guys.
Larry Bird was a great defender, but they just anytime
Just picture this.
anytime a star white boy come along, Larry Bird. No, nigga.
Just picture this, y'all.
They do the same thing with tall black dudes. Do the same thing like with KD. They'll say he's KD.
Exactly.
All four of us are balling right now. We got one more guy. There's a fifth guy. All right. I'm Luka. I got the ball every single time on offense, but I don't play no D. Y'all would want to play with me?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's where roles come in, Ragu, because there might be a player
every single time.
There might be a player that they need
JC.
just for that to compensate for Luka, and you have to commit to that side of the ball of whatever your role is for that team. But everybody has to buy into that. But I also agree with you that nobody wants to just sit around all day while this nigga just dribble, pass, and shoot. So
and then you don't play defense either. You doing all that shit on O, and then when we get down here on defense, you getting your man is dogging.
But a lot of you niggas ain't doing spit on O. So that's what I'm saying. People have to buy into what they roll.
That's because you dribbling the air out the damn basketball.
But
that's why we ain't doing nothing.
I'll say this:
killing the shot clock every time.
I see that,
bro. That's Luka's biggest problem.
Ragu, you can't name one person on that team that could create their own bucket except number 11.
True. What you were saying, KO? That don't fit my narrative.
No, I agree with what you're saying because it is pretty hard to build a team around Luka. And like, if you were asked the people like, would you rather build a team around Luka or someone like Drew Holiday? Most people would say Drew Holiday. But that doesn't discredit like what Luka brings.
Who's those people?
All right, JC, let's go.
Building a team though. Shit, like, like say if you start a franchise and like
after Drew,
like
do I get to pick an all-star later, or what we talking about?
No, I'm just saying like just in general.
Oh, okay.
JC, let's go here. You said something about you got to get a guy just for that to play with him. All right, let's go there. All right, so now and we talked about trying to hide defenders on Madden and shit. Remember, Dre was talking about that.
Yeah.
But on an NBA court, where can you hide your weakest defender? Would you say? And I don't know the answer. I'm just asking. In other words, I'm saying, where would you
on the spot up shooter?
So you got to start doing that then. Let Luka just stand over there with the guy that can shoot. It don't matter what position he play.
Luka would be guarding your JJ Redick.
There you go. There you go.
But see, the problem with that, everything is switch heavy in the NBA now. Everyone's moving around. So even if you want to keep Luka in the corner,
you better fight through that spit, nigga.
But see, that's the thing. No one does that anymore. Everyone wants to just switch everything because it just makes things easier.
That's the point. That's the point, KO. With Luka on your team, fight through.
And now,
otherwise, just like McDaniel should have fought through on Luka when Gobert had the audacity to act like he was really finna stop some spit on the perimeter. He should have fight through that spit, nigga.
He's guarding. Who was that? Lively. 27 feet away from the basketball, from the basket. So Gobert deserved to get done how he did. He should have stopped at the 3-point line. He should have just stopped. And like, man, I'm not. If you're going all out there, I'm not guarding.
And honestly, Ragu, I'm sorry, but hey, Rudy Gobert really fooled the shit out of everyone during the regular season. Because come playoffs, where the was that man's defense? Defensive player of the year,
the defense player of the year, huh? Yeah, that's what makes it look real bad.
Whoever made that vote should get fired.
I ain't gonna lie, that's what makes it look real bad, bro.
You are ass on defense, and I hope you're watching this because you are terrible.
I think you suck, period, at hoop.
And he gets boxed out by guys like Alex Caruso with his weak ass.
Gobert, I think you suck at hoop, period, bro. I'm just being honest with you.
That's the first time I've really heard Ragu actually use those words about a player.
I mean, niggas been on Gobert head top for years.
He's not a favorite.
Yeah, like I know I've always kind of thought he was fraudulent. I mean, I feel like he's a better fit than Cat on Minnesota, but that's as far as that goes.
He said outside
they complement each other.
Nothing else to offer.
They gotta play with each other. I feel like Rudy and Cat complement each other because Cat is gonna be the guy on offense who's spacing the floor, and then Rudy, I guess,
but they both weak hearted.
That is true, but that's why they got Ant. I guess now Ant he carries the load, the mindset at least.
KO, there was one point. Well, JC actually said there were more times in the series, not just that game, but there was that time where the Minnesota T-Wolves would be on like a 8 or 9-0 run, and Ant had that whole run, had all those points.
So KO, that's your guy back there behind you?
Oh no, he's not my guy, but he one of them. I like him, like he cool, but he like not my guy.
That's the reason they low.
That's one of the guys.
I can agree with that.
Cat has been on my list, and KO knows from the chat. I got my list of fraudulent NBA players that I've been on their head top for a long time, and that guy behind him, Pauls, is one of them. Gobert has been one of them. Lowry has been one of them.
Guy.
Who else I was on for years? DeFrozen, he's another one. It's a lot of guys that I don't talk about no more because the world knows they're fraudulent, so my work is done. Like James Harden, I was on him for a long time.
Pause. Yeah, you was on him for a long time. Good Lord.
So
well, let me start my Luka campaign then.
Hey, it's a good.
With the refs, Luka.
You
just play.
You better hurry up while it lasts before they get that nigga a team.
But you gotta realize too, Luka is like. Have you guys ever? Well, obviously you have, so I'm not gonna say have you. But you watch his games, and when he doesn't get the foul he wants, bro, on the other end it's 5-on-4. It's like, bro, they need you on defense.
That's why they lost game 3.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, 100%. By the way, Ragu update 1-1.
All right.
Dre,
Luka, who scored first, Dre?
Florida, and then Edmonton scored right after.
At least
like 2-3 minutes after.
If Florida hadn't scored first, that thing would be over with. Let's go, Panthers.
So Drake, did we do you remember if we talked about the Olympic team yet?
No, we didn't. We got into it briefly, but we didn't get into it like that. Okay, because I was trying to remember if one of the last couple episodes we talked about it. I think we probably was running out of time. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So, hold on a second. All right, here we go. All right, so
Alanis Morissette sung the Canadian anthem and the American anthem, right?
Mm-hmm. They do it both.
Shout out to Alanis.
So the official 2024 Olympic team is curtains. We got Steph, Bron, KD, Embiid, Tatum, AE, Booker, AD, Kawhi, Holly, okay, Drew, and Bam. Curtains. Biggest Olympic snub.
Biggest Olympic snub. Ooh.
Can you give us
say like a role player? Like Derek White.
One more time.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. I'm curious to the.
Give me the list one more time, please.
Sure. Steph, Bron, KD, Embiid, Tatum, AE, Booker, AD, Kawhi, Halliburton, Drew, Bam.
You said AD or KD?
AD and KD.
Damn.
Yeah, it's curtains, but there's a name or two that's a little questionable.
Like
Halliburton.
Hey, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm not questioning none of them dudes right there.
I'll just say switch out Holly for Kyrie, and I'm good to go. Let's roll.
I'm not mad at that.
I wouldn't be mad at that either. I think.
You feel like
Hey,
Kyrie
if that
got snubbed?
if that happens,
But-
JC, I'm coming back to this clip.
You feel like Kyrie got snubbed?
100%. And not
I
only
see
did he
why
get snubbed, I think he got snubbed for non-basketball reasons, but I'm not going to get into
Oh,
that.
yeah.
We already know that. I had already went there in my mind, but
I see why Holly made the team though. Like I see why they picked him.
Why'd they pick Holly?
Because he's a pass first point guard. He doesn't really look to score if he doesn't have to. And you already got all those scorers on the team. It's like, okay, can we get somebody off the bench maybe who can play with like Book and KD and AD and come in and just facilitate and open the
who
floor.
was going to sacrifice their game on that squad though? That's an interesting squad, bro.
But my question is, KO, and I honestly feel like this is the most. I'm asking this because I think this is the most underrated part of Kyrie's game, and I've been saying this since early Cleveland. Like, you don't think Kyrie is capable of playing that way?
Oh no, he is because he already showed it. He played with Bron and he was able to do Bron and K-Love. Like he can do it. It's just more of they probably want a younger guy. Holly, he already was on the Olympic. What team was that? Where they did lose, like they was like third place, the Olympic qualifier team. So he has a little bit of experience. They just probably wanted to go younger, especially with all the older guys.
Losing, and that's a qualification. That's crazy.
I mean, experience. Period is better than no. Just I
just feel like KO. You know where I'm at, bro. I just feel like I'm so sick of the world, bro, and this whole like what was the name? Noah Lyles.
Oh yeah,
and the conversation that sparked from that made me on demon time. Like, nigga, I want you to send our best 12 out to the world so we could dead this conversation once and for all. I'm sick of this shit because I don't even remember the last time we truly sent our best 12, and I'm at a point where no, nigga, send our most talented and I guess together 12. That's why I don't mind like the Drew Holiday and Bam picks because I understand we need defense and team orientation.
I think that's where Holly comes in too, though.
No, bro, Holly is not better at his job than Kyrie Irving is at his. So I feel like send the best. Because I don't want to just win. Mm-hmm. I want to demolish the world, bro. I want us to do Green Team, damn near 30 a game type split every single team.
But I mean, if that's the case, you just said earlier
those days are over.
Boston, you said the Pacers were missing their best player.
That shows you how weak the Pacers are, right? I feel like Boston was going to beat them anyway. Nah. I said that on the podcast.
Right, they was gonna beat them regardless. Just how they was gonna beat everyone else.
No, they wasn't going. Nah, don't say that about Mitchell, bro. Don't say that about Mitchell. That is not true. And don't say that about Butler either.
They were gonna.
Butler beat them as a 7-8 seed before, so you can't say that.
Right, and they didn't have Drew or Porzingis, and they have a whole nother year of experience down in their belt, and they didn't have to deal with Grant Williams on their team. Who sparked that? Anyway.
Who didn't have to deal with Grant Williams?
The Celtics themselves, like
Grant Williams.
No, I'm saying though, like they didn't have Grant Williams this time along.
So you saying you think that made it worse? That's why they lost?
That was one of the reasons, yeah. They lost the last year.
That's effed up, bro.
Nah, for real. Grant Williams was a negative for them, in my opinion.
Grant Williams played good for them, bro. Don't try to revise history now.
He played good for them in 2022.
Because you're trying to defend this 24 run.
He played good for them in 2022, where he had that crazy game against the Bucks.
Nobody could do nothing with Jimmy Butler. Why is that just Grant Williams' fault?
I'm not saying it's just his fault. Like I said, they brought in Drew Holiday, a whole nother year of experience.
You
Like
think
a
Butler
whole
wouldn't have
nother
cooked Drew
year,
Holiday? Is that what you're
Joe
telling me?
Mazzulla. No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. But from a team aspect, they have a better team overall than they did the previous year. They have a whole nother year of Joe Mazzulla in his system. They're beating the Heat, in my opinion.
We'll never know, huh?
Right? We'll never know.
Hey,
And that is a sad finals run when every series you have, we'll never know.
oh well, if you were hurt, too bad. So sad. Should have played. Should have never got hurt. Whoop-de-doo. Move on. There's next year. I'll
So-
take the chip with all your team, with none of your stars or all your stars. I don't care. Get the chip any way possible.
Do
Yeah,
y'all
that's how I would
think?
feel.
Do y'all
win
think
is a
we
win.
could possibly run the table on some 30 plus point differential a game type split with this squad?
Those days are over, bro. No,
No,
the
the
world
rest of the
caught
world
up.
is too good.
Yeah, all them blowout. That
Y'all,
shit,
do y'all
that
think they
ring
effing
shit
with
is
us
over.
though?
Yes. This ain't even a guaranteed victory.
What?
Man.
A starting lineup with I would assume maybe I would say Steph.
They finna go play in that funny shaped lane. With
Y'all think they start Tatum or AE?
with no offensive
Tatum.
interference.
I feel like, yeah.
Even though LeBron and KD are probably gonna be starting.
Yeah, just because the size and the versatility Tatum brings on both sides.
Okay, so a starting lineup with Steph, Tatum, Bron, KD, and Embiid. What are we talking about?
Tony Parker about replacing Dame.
I mean,
Lillard.
it's just more about what you see on paper, though. You know, they still got to go out there and play. And
You finna get
LeBron-
Ragu started.
LeBron is not a
Talking about paper.
great defender at this point in his career.
No, he is not.
Steph never
Does he
has
need
been.
to be with a team like that?
You got two
you would hope so.
non-top defenders in your starting five. So
And then you got arguably the best.
it's not going to be the case.
And then you got arguably the best defender in the league in the starting five.
Who's that?
Embiid.
If he's the best defender out there, then that just doesn't give me more confidence, though.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah,
I mean, he's a good defender. Don't get me wrong. But
So he's an excellent defender.
But he just can't get out the first round.
rim protector. He's an excellent. I'm not a fan of calling centers the best defenders in the league. I'm sorry. That was always some type of small forward, two guard. Somebody that's going to actually go out and guard guys. On the perimeter.
So the guy who so the guy who is excellent on both ends of the floor equally in every way that you're saying, in every way that you're saying is a guy that's probably going to be coming off the bench named Kawhi Leonard. So now what?
You got Kawhi as that still? Kawhi is a
out of him and
2024
out of him
Kawhi.
and AE.
Let's face it, man. Kawhi is a fatigued knee away from sitting out Olympic games.
Okay, so what about AE?
Hey, AE
What about
is
him?
the man. He is the man. Established himself as the man.
Gayo, did you watch the Minnesota series?
I sure
He's-
did.
He's in my top five.
That was a really good team defense, and the AE was a part of that.
Here
but
you go. You go. So now
of
you
attack defender?
now you sound like you hate.
Point of attack
Now you
defender?
sound like you hate.
No, because I respect AE. AE is probably a top 10 player in this league right now. But as a point of attack
Probably?
defender, I don't. Yeah, probably. But I don't have much confidence in him as the point of attack defender.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly disagree with that. But all right, I seen him put.
I'm not
I
saying
seen
he
him put
doesn't
a
have
couple.
time to be better, but
I seen him put niggas on. I seen him put niggas on clamps. And if you just saying Minnesota defense was that good,
for Spurs.
Well, yeah, nigga, he still got to go get 30. God damn.
Okay, but if you want to be crowned the best two-way player in this league, you have to do that. You have to clamp up for a whole game and still get 30.
You have to preserve yourself in some type of way. If you have to get 30,
if you're going to be called the best two-way player in this league, you have to clamp up for a whole game and put up 30.
So hold on,
you want to be called the best
hold on. So we gonna act like when Bron, hold on.
Did it.
So when Bron and Kobe and Kawhi, as you just named, when they was the best players on their championship teams, they didn't have times where they took plays off. They didn't do that.
That's not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying.
Okay, so talk to me.
AE not even in his prime yet is what I'm trying to get at. I'm not saying AE can't be one of the best two-way players to play, but as of right now, he's not that, and that's just okay. That's okay because he's young. He's only 23 years old, 22.
Damn, he's that young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
God damn.
Isn't it kind of funny? Just real quick, and we'll get back on topic. But isn't it kind of funny how how Ja Morant was supposed to be the next face, and then AE just came and took it away from him?
I mean, it's kind of Ja's fault, but
yeah,
no, 100%.
Yeah, that is.
It's just funny as hell to me. I'm like, man, how's it feel to?
It ain't like he did it because he was just better than the nigga, nothing like that though.
Yeah, I know.
He played Ja in the playoffs. You better ask him what happened.
Yeah, I was gonna say I still believe Ja's better than him.
Yeah, Ja's that nigga. He gonna remind y'all next year. As long as he stay off the dump foot.
Praying for you, Ja Morant. Please, man. We want to see that. Shit.
Getting in so much trouble.
We missed that. You putting it down on the real. I did. It's all in bounds, bro. All that's in bounds. And also, JC, I was gonna ask you, who was the better defender out of Kyrie and Halliburton?
They both trash.
But if you had to pick one,
they both trash. I'm not. They trash.
Kyrie.
All right.
What? Because he picked pockets?
Nah, I've seen Kyrie lock up sometimes. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, every NBA player has a moment or two. I've seen James Harden lock up.
You're right. But
real quick, I'm glad you said that, JC. You said everyone has a moment or two. I was just watching this Netflix series called Survivor's Remorse, and his manager was the general manager was getting mad at him, like, you need to show up at events, you need to do this, you need to do that because people won't pay to see you play. And he walked away, and him and his manager under their breath was like, they paid to see Kobe for all these years. I was like, bro.
Damn.
But it's true. Kobe may have had some moments or two, but bro, that boy balled at the end of the day.
But Ragu, if that was in reference to the Olympic team, that's what Drew Holiday is for, right?
What?
The defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's literally what he's for. Because I know it ain't because as a player.
He was our missing piece.
That's the only reason I ain't complaining about Drew.
If that's the case, they got all this scoring on the team already.
Okay.
They got so why would they need Kyrie?
I'm not saying that this team as orchestrated does not need Kyrie. I'm saying me personally, because these niggas been talking so much spit, I want to send the best effing 12 possible to just to where they don't get a break. Off the bench, this is what I want you to deal with. I want you to deal with Kyrie, Devin Booker, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, and I guess you could say Drew Holiday. That's what I want you to deal with.
If they were sending the best 12, I don't think Kyrie would be in it. If they were strictly sending the best 12 players we got. Because I would say even hell. As far as far
what the team requirement is. I'm using Kyrie because he's probably the next best point guard that they would ask for from America.
But see, I
Am I
still
wrong
don't even
in
think
that?
that either.
Who would it be then?
You said Trae
You
Young.
can't say Ja because
Trae
of what he's
Young.
been dealing with. So who
Trae
else?
Young, Dame, one of them two over Kyrie.
I hear you on Dame. I'm not Trae. I hear
Trae
you
is
on Dame though.
the better point guard than me at this
Let me
stage
ask-
right now.
Let me ask you
I
guys this.
disagree.
Are you guys nervous at all about this Olympic basketball run?
No. What? I want to put up 30.
KO?
Point differential.
I wouldn't say I'm nervous, but I just don't have as much confidence as I would probably have in the past years, just because of how much better all the other teams have gotten.
But I've been begging.
France,
I have been
Serbia,
begging for the
like,
best
all these
players
other
in
teams.
America to go to the Olympics since what 2012 now. I've been begging, please go to shut these niggas up. And we finally, I think, got as close as possible as we're probably gonna get. And Bron's last run, more than likely.
Thank God. Basketball will be watchable again.
So,
And
See,
yes,
that's the thing.
Isaiah,
I'm nervous
Not getting
to
the best
watchable.
players, and all the best players.
you know what,
prime
Ragu?
now.
I am nervous. I'm nervous that we don't run the table winning by 30 a game. And that we actually have close
It's just
games.
not
That's
happening.
what I'm nervous about.
Well, that's
They
not
had
going
close
to
games in 2020, didn't they?
Who was
Yeah.
the
When they
squad?
had-
What was that? PG was the best player?
No, they had what? Booker, Tatum, KD, Bam.
First
They
of
had
all,
half of the guys
First
on
of
the
all,
list right
Booker in
now.
2020 was better than PG.
That's not what I'm saying. He was on that team.
I said
Paul George
PG
was on
was
that
the
team?
best player on the 2020 squad.
I don't remember, but Booker was pretty good that 2020 Olympic run. I don't know if he was better or not.
But you can name
I
10
would have to go
players
back and
over
look.
Booker though, right?
What you mean, like
In the
as
NBA.
in now or then? As in now, yeah, I could probably name 10 better or close to it.
So that's what I'm saying. I wanted those guys to go.
But still, half of the guys that's on this list now were on that list in 2020, and it was still close games, is what I'm saying. And
No, they wasn't.
you're talking about, yes, they were.
Wasn't none of these niggas on that
Maybe
team.
not half, but like it was. Yes, they were. Some of these
Only
like,
nigga
Bam
that was on that team was Booker.
That's not true.
And Bam.
2020,
Booker and
and
Bam.
Tatum was on that team too, wasn't he?
Okay, well he was a young pup, but okay, I didn't remember Tatum.
Okay.
I didn't
But
remember
you-
that,
but
but yeah,
like-
Tatum was a young pup.
And you say he a young pup, but you looking at this team now, a lot of these guys, what? Steph, KD, LeBron, older 30s. We not getting a prime now. This is the older version of them.
The older
Like,
version of them is still better than 99% of
Not-
the world.
But listen, the rest of the world is catching up. Like y'all gotta understand that. Like the rest of the world not no joke.
First of all, Gerber probably ain't even gonna play, so you can take him out.
Jokic.
All the Antetokounmpo brothers, whatever their name is, that's gonna be the starting lineup. What you think that's finna do?
But you gotta like France, like
Canada
France, you gotta look at
probably
that
got the
lineup.
best chance, and them niggas ain't on split.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I'm nervous. Dudes is old. They're not going to play as hard on defense.
You crazy.
And I'm not saying we're not going to win gold, but it is
Not looking
definitely
blitz.
I'm on
Not looking
record.
bright.
cakewalk
Okay,
that you're
look, check this
speaking of.
out. I'm on record on June 24th, 6:07 p.m. PT. We are going to win by an average of 15 points a game.
How you go
Entire
from 30 to
tournament.
15?
I said I
They
want
is
to
gonna
win
be
by.
like-
Hold on. I said I want these niggas to win by 30. I'm saying we
1%.
are
Okay.
going to win by an average of 15 points a game, at least.
1% chance, 99% hope.
For
I mean-
what?
No, I'm playing. I'm joking.
Oh.
I just
I think
want
they're
to
going to win gold though because they have it's something that's pushing them. Like you said, what Noah Lyles comments about not being a world champ. They want to show like this is the best league in the world and we're the best players in the world. So So I see that being like a big reason why they play a little harder. But still, overall, the road to me just seems like it'll give them like a tough. It'll be tough matchups for them.
All right, so the Brooklyn Nets have said that they have, because I think at one point I think the Rockets were offering the number 3 pick for Mikal Bridges, and there was PG conversations and different stuff. But Brooklyn has officially said they have no intention of trading Mikal Bridges, and they're going to try to pair him up with another star. Do you guys believe that, or do you think they're just trying to raise his trade value?
I believe it.
Yeah, I can see it happen. I see it.
I believe it because they didn't trade him last deadline when Memphis was offering 4 first-round picks for him. So it's like, if you're not going to accept
Isaiah
that, what
was
are you going to
talking about
accept?
that. Yeah.
Like, you have no choice but to keep him now because his value is lowered. Now you're not getting that.
Do you believe in this draft? Like, do you think there is a player better than Mikal Bridges at number 3 in this draft?
No, I do not think.
Damn, that bad, huh?
It's not about like it being that bad. It's just more like I
NBA
think there's
draft
so
is
many
trash.
well-rounded players in this draft. Yeah, like it's more of a role player oriented draft. And I understand Mikal Bridges is best as a role player, it seems like, but just more as not really like any star potential really. Like the Brooklyn Nets looked at Mikal Bridges like, okay, we could use him as our cornerstone piece. I don't see that in this draft, really.
I don't see him like that, honestly.
I don't have a strong opinion on New Jersey. I mean, on Brooklyn Nets players. I don't know.
There's been some very heated up Paul George trade rumors, and I usually don't like to talk about trade rumors until they materialize because a lot of the time it'd be BS. But it seems like there is a lot of it brewing around because he is up for an extension and can opt in or opt out, I think within this week, actually. So, my question is, what team, if not the Clippers, do y'all feel would best fit Paul George at this point? Or do y'all think it doesn't matter?
The Lakers.
Boston, no, I'm playing. Honestly, I can see him going to the
He
Lakers.
can do what he should have did.
We all know he wants to go to the
should've
real
done
LA team.
4 years ago.
Yeah, we all know he wants to go to the real LA team.
I would hate the team out.
No, he don't. No, that Buster don't. No, I'm gonna start you out, Paul George. But you know what? You did some Buster shit 4 years ago, bro. I'm gonna just keep it 1,000 while. Then you tried to blame the Lakers, talking about they didn't come get you. So I would say keep it 1,000 with yourself, man, and stay where you at, bro.
That's some Buster spit to take $200 million.
Hey, man, we wanted to win. We won. We ended up winning. They did.
They choked.
We won a championship and they did. Period. Money notwithstanding. Yeah, he busted out. He for a year and a half, everybody had Paul George to LA, right? And then when it came down to it,
he chose the money.
Well, you know, good for him. We got rings out of it. LeBron tried to tell you.
And you didn't listen. The one time you actually, well, hold on. He said, wait, you said he didn't
I'm not
listen?
big on, I'm not that high on the men's basketball team, bro, because, you know, KD could get hurt and Kawhi could get hurt. Then what?
And Kawhi's notorious for injuries.
Well, first of all, our B list is good enough to win. I just said I want to annihilate.
Better hope they are.
See, those are.
I love the confidence you have, boy. You got that American arrogance.
Are we not the best basketball players in the world? To me, 1 + 1 = 2.
In 2004, we were not.
JC, I'm gonna start using that. 1 + 2 = 2, right?
In '88, we were not, and we were not in 2004.
88 when they were sending college kids?
And if not for a heroic effort in 2012 from Mr. Kobe Bean Bryant, we wouldn't have won in 12 either. So, man.
12 or 10?
Well,
it was no Olympics in 10, it's 12. But I think we'll win gold. I'm a little. It ain't even nervous.
I'll come back to this podcast. Don't worry about it. I remember. I'll mark down the episode.
I feel like we'll talk about it while it's going on. So we won't have to come back all the way to this one. We're gonna talk while it's being handled. While business is at hand. We can talk about it.
KO, what you think about the PG stuff? What's the best fit, doesn't matter to you?
It really doesn't matter, but I would say the best fit, in my opinion, will honestly be the Warriors.
Oh,
Warriors, no Clay, right?
Yeah, with no Clay. So they replaced basically Clay with Paul George. I know that doesn't sound really.
Yeah,
good,
I know that don't sound sexy
because
he
Clay,
said that don't sound.
He is. But I think once you put it out there on the floor, you put the ball in their hands. I think it will work.
I think Philly is the best, like, I guess, per se fit right now. I don't know if they could pull it off, but I think Philly, get rid of Tobias, obviously, and keep Maxey. I like that. I like that fit. Pause.
We could take Tobias Harris here in LA.
No, the hell we can't. Which LA? The Clippers?
Shit, I've never been a Clipper fan.
No, I'm just, that must be the LA team you talking about. Nobody want that nigga on the Lakers.
You got to realize Tobias Harris will disappear in the playoffs.
Nigga, straight bum. He disappeared in the regular season these days. He a bum.
It's better than some of them dudes we got.
All right, cool.
Tobias Harris, Ragu, really?
I want to hear this.
I ain't saying he's a star, man, but
what is he really going to do?
Yeah, I'm talking about role players. What role players he better than that we got?
Yeah. The Lakers?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Don't play him like that. We got some dog meat on the team. Come on now.
But Tobias is not like part of that. Tobias should not be part of that.
The niggas that's been in rotation, I don't see Tobias effing with them, but
he's Mr. Disappearance.
Bando was hurt all last year. I'll take him over Tobias. Where are we going?
All doors to the Lakers. They just announced it. No bullshit.
So, I guess my next question, I'll go here.
Is when you're going to get your Celtics jersey? Soon.
This ain't follow from Burners, nigga. I will hit that mute button. What team do y'all feel in the NBA is the furthest from winning a championship as of right now?
The furthest?
The furthest.
Fuck. Detroit.
That's pretty solid. Pretty solid choice. You go through everybody.
I actually don't like that choice. I don't know what's going on in Detroit, but their players do not seem as bad as that record. I don't know what needs to be figured out, but something needs to be figured out.
And they have a coach who's been to the finals.
Not anymore.
Well, yeah, now not anymore, but they did. Sorry, asterisk. They had.
They just need a better roster, really. Around Cade, at least.
Or free Cade.
That too, maybe. Cade just seems too good to me to be rotten in Detroit, if that's the case.
Yeah, that's looking like what it might be. And then they just had this new CBA, the money they're gonna be able to offer him, I don't think he. I think he said he'll probably be like, I'll gladly lose in Detroit.
So, I think he'll take the money. It's just harder flexibility building the rest of that roster with him making that kind of money. You would hope he could bring that same
Get
value.
me started, KO, on these GM spit, the GM problems. Do your job, GM.
He ain't trying to make it easier for him by any means.
What team do you feel is furthest away?
Hold on, I was away. What was the original question?
Oh, my bad. I said, which team in the NBA do you feel is the furthest from winning a championship?
The furthest away. Yeah, I would probably say Detroit. I would think Detroit. I would say Washington, but they have so many good pieces. I think I would say good pieces in terms of potentially maybe trading later down the line. I think Denny, Corey Kispert, Bilal Coulibaly. I don't know how to say his name, but he's good. Basically Wemby's teammate from.
What about Utah?
France.
Oh, the one little France nigga that got. Okay, yeah, he's straight. I know who you're talking about.
What about Utah?
I can't say Utah because they got Larry Markkinen, and even if he doesn't pan out to be like a star or something, that's good
look
trade
like Larry
value.
Markkinen.
Are y'all aware
I feel
that
like the Trailblazers are fairly far away as well.
Yeah, they finished
that's
last season 21-61. And who's their roster? Scotty Barnes,
no, that's Scoot Henderson, sir.
DeAndre Ayton.
Speaking of Scotty, y'all are aware that Toronto just gave him $260, right?
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they ain't really had no choice though.
So you just talked about flexibility. Is that not a team that's in conversation of?
I mean, I trust that front office though. That's more of a thing where it's like that front office has made moves where it's like in the past where it was like, okay, they know what they're doing compared to like a Detroit where it's like it's just been you don't know what's going on there.
I feel the problem with Portland is they blow the. Okay, let me use a different terminology.
I'm crazy.
You still get a pause, nigga. You didn't even finish.
This show, these podcasts.
The problem is that they blow the team.
You gotta talk slow, man.
The problem is that they blow the teams up too quick. Like it's
some of these teams don't blow up quick enough.
Conference Finals, JC.
I say Portland
went to the Western Conference Finals, and then the following season. Sent CJ McCollum to I think it was with New Orleans, and they just make. I feel like they get in panic mode too quick.
CJ should have been gone long before that conference finals that you talking about.
Yeah, I would say Portland didn't blow it up quick enough because they just kept Dame waiting around for like 2-3 years. Like after the CJ trade, it should have been like, okay, we're gonna officially go into rebuild mode. That
does not mean, but they kept waving the dollar in Dame's face.
I mean, he does. I mean, did he not deserve that dollar? That's the only competent piece then the niggas then had.
He did.
I would have took my dollar too.
I'm just saying, Dame.
I'm the only one putting butts in these.
And I would have gave him the dollar.
Exactly.
No, it was definitely well deserved. I'm just saying, Dame stood there so long, and I understand why, but. If you want that championship, man, he needed to go elsewhere. And I felt like I'm glad he left now, but I feel like he low-key waited a tad bit too long. So I use tad bit loosely.
I know you probably into this bit more than we are, especially these days. If you can't do it off the top of your head, it's cool. But can you give me a top 5 mock draft before Wednesday?
The top 5? Oh, yeah, that's easy. Based on what I would do for each team, my top 5 mock would go, the Hawks would take Alex Sarr. That's the big man, the international big man that played with Perth. Number 2.
He was mostly projected to go 2, right?
He was projected to go 1 for most of this cycle, but now he's projected to go 2 because he hasn't really like shown interest being drafted to the Hawks.
I don't blame him.
But I mean, he wants to go to Washington, so it ain't really that much better. But yeah, at 2, Washington.
Yeah, I don't understand. You really are a foreigner. You'd rather be in DC than Atlanta? All right.
Yeah, I don't understand that. At 2 for Washington, I would pick Donovan Clingan, the center out of UConn.
Okay.
Number 3 is Houston. I would take Reed Shepherd, the sharpshooter from Kentucky. Number 4, the Spurs. Spurs can go a lot of directions because they have 2 top 10 picks this year. For them, I would take. I think I would take. I'd go Rob Dillingham at 4, the little small crafty guard. Everyone knows about him if they follow like the draft.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 5, Detroit. I would take Matis Buzelis, who played at G League Ignite this past season.
All right.
So yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna put you to work too much. 5 is cool.
Yeah, that would be my quick 5.
How y'all feeling about the KO top 5?
I think
Cool with me. I like his top 5.
Is that also who you would go with at number 1?
Yeah, probably. I really hadn't gave it a lot of thought, though. I will say that.
Yeah, that's why I said I know KO probably didn't, after undone it, mock draft already 1 through 60.
Yeah. Now there is a guy who's projected to go number 1 now. His name is Zachary Richardson. I don't even consider him, and I'll say this, I don't even consider him really like a top 30 prospect in my eyes.
Damn.
And I think it would be
they talking number 1?
Yeah, and I think it would be a huge mistake for whichever team takes him number 1 because he can't shoot consistently. He can't play make. He's a 6'10" wing who really he can't shoot. He can't play make. He really can't defend at a high level. So it's teams are looking at him basically just off his age because of how young he is and his size.
Yeah.
So is there no this question is for everybody. Do you guys feel like there's no consensus number 1 this year?
No. This is not like last year where it was Wemby. Everyone knew it was Wemby.
But I even said I think arguably even the AE year, probably within the few weeks leading up to it, it became more consensus. But I don't think that was really consensus for the most part.
But even with that year, it was really only 2 or 3 guys. This year, it's just legit 5 guys could
so this
go.
Is this would you say this is 2014 or 13? 14. No, 13.
What year?
Is this 2013?
Was that the year? Was that Anthony Bennett?
Yeah.
I would say yes in a way, but the only difference with that one was Anthony Bennett was projected to go not even top 10. He was just randomly.
Was he?
Yeah, if you go back and look at mock drafts from that year, Anthony Bennett, the highest I saw him was maybe 7.
So he was not. So basically, Cleveland was just doing split.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were doing that year, at all drafting him. But it was considered a weak draft anyway, so it was they just took who they felt was right at the time.
That's crazy to think about now, that a draft that had Giannis in it was considered a weak draft.
Yeah, crazy.
But even Milwaukee, they've even kind of admitted that they got a little lucky with that.
Yeah, they got lucky.
They've even said no one really... they took him for whatever reasons, but they didn't predict.
Yeah, they never would have saw this, him bringing them a championship and everything.
I mean, and to be fair, you never really can. I don't care how good a player is, you can never truly predict a Hall of Fame career, practically. Mm-hmm. But Milwaukee has admitted that they got a little lucky. Especially even how he ended up framing out. You know what I'm saying? He was a little licky kid when he came in.
Right, he came in. He could barely squat 150.
Damn.
So before we get into a little WNBA talk, man, one of my first true Sparks seasons in a while, and it ends up in catastrophe. I feel like I'm a bad luck token now, man. Prayers up to Cameron Brink. Apparently tore her ACL.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah,
Tough, man. Tough, man. Tough. I guess being an LA fan right now. But let's talk about Sunday, yesterday. The big premiere, the probably broke every WNBA record possible. The third game, I guess you say the trilogy of the Fever Sky Reese Clark rivalry. What's y'all takeaways from the game, man? That they put on the show, didn't they?
Yeah, it was. I ain't get to watch it, but I know
What?
Caitlin.
The guy who was on my neck about women's basketball didn't watch the biggest women's game ever, damn near.
Listen, I watched all the college biggest games. Listen, I'm still on that. But yeah, I even heard it was just like a very funny game. I think the Fever were up double digits, and then Sky came
They went
back.
up 15 in the third quarter and looked like they were going to pull away, and then Reese just, man, she turned up.
Don't sleep on Cardoso too.
Cardoso, I think they've been complimenting each other perfectly, but when Reese went on that run, I don't even think she was on the floor at that time. I think she had gotten foul trouble or something.
I would say the Sky just needed more spacing, really, with those two out there.
Yeah,
because they're both like back to the basket player who only play around the paint.
For sure. Dre, did you happen to catch it, Ragu?
Nah, just the highlights, bro. Just the yeah. I saw
Angel. I just kind of saw mainly.
Well, in y'all case, I mean, Reese finished.
Well, you got to realize, and Clark had a double with Mitchell 24.
I saw Angel had 25,
17 points and 13 assists.
Career high in points, and charged back the 15-point comeback.
Angel Reese also. I was getting to that, Ragu. Don't worry. I was going to make sure I let those stats fly too. She was 25 points, 16 rebounds, 1 assist, 8 of 12 shooting from the field, 0 for 0 from 3, 9 for 11 at the 3-point line in 36 minutes. Also, 3 turnovers.
But the stats don't tell the story with her because she was locking up. You know what I'm saying? She was doing everything in that end of the third and fourth quarter. She took over the game.
Oh, and also, one of her complimentaries, Carter, had 23, 2 and 5, 8 of 12 as well from the field. That's crazy. 88 to 87 is wild.
That was a bomb game. That was a bomb game right there. It lived up to the hype for sure. That's gonna be. I really hope that turns into like the women's version of like Magic and Bird to help them elevate to that next level.
Say it into the universe and it'll happen.
There's no Michael Jordan coming though.
Juju.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Juju Watkins. She's like that.
Agreed.
Shout out to Juju. She might be watching.
Juju Watkins is absolutely amazing to watch. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. She is amazing.
Well, they might have their own, it might be a Juju and Paige Magic and Bird things, So,
because I see Juju is the best scorer in women's basketball, period.
Agreed.
Maybe Arika from Dallas is up there, but Juju, yeah, she's like that.
The way you said it, yeah.
Yeah, he not even.
She like that.
I'm serious, man.
We got to get you on here with we got to get you on here with Chev and Isaiah for when we do our women's talk because I know you know your spit. Who's your rookie of the year, right now. Somebody twist your arm. Pick right now. Twisting your arm. You ain't got much time, man.
Why you gotta do that?
I just say Caitlyn. I give it to Caitlyn Clark.
Angel.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm going with Angel on this.
I don't watch though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. So I don't fuck with the WNBA.
Damn, nigga, like that?
I barely fuck with the NBA.
It's okay because when LeBron retires, you'll be able
That
to
nigga
watch
is
it
not
again.
lying.
It ain't got nothing to do with LeBron. It's what
I
you
actually
do.
know somebody. I actually do know somebody who was a very, very huge Lakers fan, like legitimately, and he's been turned off from basketball completely, because of LeBron. Mind you, this person used to be a sports editor for some of the biggest companies like Bleacher Report, ESPN. I'm not gonna put his name out there, but
Yeah,
he's been turned off from basketball completely since LeBron has came to the Lakers. So I do know somebody who does feel the way that Dre is saying. Like I be trying to talk him off the ledge, just like I be trying to talk Ragu off the ledge with the spit. But he has a different reason though.
motherfucker cries too fucking much.
That's crazy to me.
I can't wait till he retires, man.
What could LeBron?
Basketball will be great again.
Knock it off with that bull jive, man.
No, I'm being dead ass. I can't wait.
You ain't saying nothing though. You just saying basketball. What is he doing to ruin basketball?
Oh, he bitches, he complains, he moans, he puts his defense at a disadvantage because he doesn't get a little call.
Luka does that shit. Luka did that shit with NBA time.
Who started it? LeBron. LeBron started.
What does LeBron got
he
to
did,
do with it?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. He did just describe Luka, though. That is crazy.
And then on top of that, when all you do
all
is
upset over LeBron, but Luka is great, though, right?
JC.
LeBron getting cussed out, and Luka is great, and you just described Luka in the finals.
Who do you think he learned it from? LeBron.
Come on, bro, with that, bro. You gonna put the fact of how everybody act on LeBron? Come on,
JC,
man.
you see when someone went over his head when they swiped him? Oh, he hit my head, and I'm a bitch about it all day.
Dre, you don't have to have a reason. Just say you hate Bron, bro, because you're a Boston fan. That's all it is, bro.
No, I hate him.
You're a salty Boston fan. That's it.
No, it's not just because I'm like he is the reason why NBA is so unwatchable to me.
I disagree.
I disagree as well.
Strongly.
He needs to retire. He's 39. Go back with the fam.
I want him to retire. I want him to retire, but not for the reason that you saying.
He only plays for one team. How you gonna make the entire league unwatchable? Please.
Where do you think Embiid got his flopping from?
Man, you can't. That's not provable. That's just your opinion. That's some shit you're saying.
Hey, his time's almost done though, so we're good. In a few years, we'll be good.
And you blaming what other grown men do on one man.
There's a million niggas that flop, by the way.
Yeah, man.
LeBron started
that. LeBron make the league unwatchable.
LeBron started that. Hold on. Didn't I tell you last time, nigga? There's a man named Manu Ginobili who would love to have an effing word with you. F you mean Bron started it?
Flopping?
Yes.
Yeah. He wasn't. It wasn't LeBron.
That's that Euro spit, nigga. That Nobly came over here with. That's the originator of that.
On top
that
of
is
that,
the forefather of that. That's who you need to be hating.
On top of that, he's Mr. 6 finals losses.
I mean, he the only nigga that lost 6 finals.
We was talking about Jerry West earlier. That boy.
Hold on, KO. Ain't nobody ask you all that, nigga.
I'm sorry.
You talking to him.
But
nobody ask you all that.
What happened, KO?
You gotta get to 6 finals.
All right, then we'll go out and just say he chokes.
I'd rather choke at the biggest
We'll just
stage than
say
not
you a
make it at
hater.
all.
We'll just say you a hater because you really don't have no reason.
He's a Boston fan. I think
He's a joke.
I think 2011 when they thought they was finna see the Lakers again in the finals, even though we didn't make it either. But I think that's what it was when Bron wasn't a puppy no more and he had that game 5 where he closed out on them niggas with like 3 straight closeout threes. I think that's what it stems from. And then 2012 in game 6 when y'all thought y'all was finna go to the finals again and he had the 48-point performance to shut Split down. So I can see where your disdain comes from, but just keep it 100. That's why.
Nah, LeBron joke is a joke. He needs to retire pronto so I can watch NBA.
To the AGS fans, Ragu, KO, I just laid out the real reason. Y'all don't even need to entertain that no more. That's what it is.
He might be great in your eyes, but he ain't great to me. That's where we're going off. He ain't great at all.
He's great in the NBA sphere, whether you like it or not, though.
I put him in my top 15, my top 20.
He's great in the. He's great in the NBA sphere in general. Like you can't. You sound silly denying that.
How'd he get to 40,000 points if he's not great?
That's a cool individual stat. That's nice. Whoop-de-fucking do. Want a cookie?
He scored 40,000.
Yeah, you want a cookie? That's an individual stat. They also lost that game, too.
How many other dudes scored?
We sure did. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. He ain't lying about that. We sure did lose that game. And Shy was banging on us, too. Pause.
How many other dudes scored 40,000? How many other dudes that then played this game scored 40,000?
Nada.
All right, let's move on from the crybaby.
Who was the quickest to 30,000?
That wasn't KD.
That's a cool individual stat. I don't give a fuck.
I thought it was KD.
Move on. He's a joke, and we all know he's a joke. Let's move on. Next one. Let's talk about someone better.
Bro, you're still a hater, though.
You're a hater, bro.
He's a joke.
That's coming from a Boston fan.
Party.
Right.
That's coming from a guy that lives in California and roots for Boston.
I've never liked LeBron.
That is nasty work. That is nasty work.
I'm sorry. He's not at all. Like, I mean, I'm sure he is to you guys, but to me, he cries, he bitches, he moans, he whines. When he don't get what he wants.
That doesn't mean he's not great at basketball.
He chokes. He's a loser. So move on.
Like, you understand that's two different things, right? If you personally not liking how somebody acts and how good they are in basketball, it's two different things.
He was on Sports Illustrated in the 11th
no
grade and ended up scoring 40,000 points in the league.
Do you want a cookie?
He is the most hyped player to live up to it ever.
Do you want a cookie?
That's kind of arguable, but all right.
Ever, bro.
On top of that,
that part's kind of arguable. I ain't gonna roll with that one. But
Sports Illustrated as a junior in high school,
it took him.
No, you saying that to have the most hype and live up to it, I think that's arguable.
Who had more hype and lived up to anything better in any sport? It ain't even got to be basketball.
He said any sport.
Any sport, bro.
Well, okay, maybe the part I disagree with is that he lived up to his hype.
He scored 40,000 points, bro. What do you mean?
Do you want a cookie?
His hype was he's going to surpass.
Florida scored.
He's going to surpass MJ, basically.
He surpassed Kareem.
What do you fucking do?
Points are the object of the game the last time I checked.
I'll send him a cookie.
That don't make him better than Reem just because he passed him in points.
I didn't say he was better. This is not the argument that he's better than Kareem.
But I'm saying what the hype was, that he was going to surpass he's going to be the greatest player that ever lived. That was what the hype was.
And
I don't feel
there's an argument that he is the greatest. Even if you don't feel like I disagree. The greatest, there is an argument, which means he is. I agree with Ragu that he's the best player that surpassed the hype.
I felt like it was a forced argument, but
on top of
that's just me.
When he had his third chip, it took him. He went to the finals. Correct me if I'm wrong. 7, 8 years in a row. It took him that 7th year to finally win that 4th chip.
So if I name off all the players that never won a championship and then name off the ones that took longer, that are in the hall and considered great players, then what you gonna say, right?
He gonna have another hate.
Still a joke. I'll give him a cookie.
You're gonna say something else hating, so you might as well just dead this.
Yeah, we gotta move on from this joke.
We doing a real sports show here, bro. We can't just allow like feelings and shit to overwhelm the real deal.
Oh no, I don't. I give everyone
like
great respect. I just don't give it to him. Pause.
He's not a bum. That would be like.
Well, okay, hold on, Ragu. We called niggas bums though. I just finished calling the man behind KO bum.
LeBron is not a bum though. LeBron is not a bum. All right. Let's do this. This is what I'm gonna do for you, Drake.
Oh no, I'm muting myself.
Every time you refer to LeBron as a bum, I'm gonna refer to Brady as one.
Unlike LeBron, he actually capitalizes in the post and
talk about how much of a bitch he is because of the tough
7-3 Ragu, not 4-6. Steph Curry has a better percentage than him at 4-2. Kobe has a better percentage than him.
How he is for letting his wife dictate his football career. Talk about how much of a hoe he is for letting air out the football. Talk about how much of a hoe he is for destroying his.
You don't want to get in that conversation. A win is a win. If you got to
talk about how much is he a hoe he is because his coaches videotaped the
other team practice. A win's a win.
Bro, these niggas.
If LeBron is a hoe, so is Thomas Edward Brady.
He's 4-6. Brady is 7-3.
Yeah, that's because he's
Kobe. Steph Curry all have better final percentages than him.
Of the team he's about to play against. And that's because he let air out of the football and destroyed his
Who cares? A win is a win. It don't matter.
And if he wasn't tall, he would have got called out on that shit.
A win's a win. You got to realize, Ragu, we live in a sports world where all you do is get slapped on the wrist now.
40,000 points is 40,000 points.
That is true. That's what was. That's why Astros didn't get no real punishment.
I'll send him a cookie. Whoop-de-doo. All right, next topic.
Kyrie got more than slapped on the wrist and he didn't do shit.
That just goes to tell you the league don't give a fuck.
It just tell you it's other forces besides the league.
If you have in sports, you got to realize it's not. This is 2024. Any advantage that you can gain, take it. Any advantage you can take it.
Tom Brady is a bum. Let's move on to another topic.
6 rings. Okay. I mean 7. It doesn't matter how you win, just as long as you win. That's all that matters.
Points.
It's an individual stat, and y'all lost.
40,000.
Bro, that's one game. Hold on. Don't see now you finna have me jumping. Don't be talking about some we lost, nigga. Not too heavy on the we lost, nigga. That was one regular season game. F is you talking about?
Still, they all pranced around.
How much winning have we done, nigga? Y'all get y'all.
This is a team sport.
Y'all get y'all first little ring, and God knows how long, and now you want to start talking greasy, nigga.
I've been talking.
Y'all still ain't effing with LA.
I mean,
nigga.
I'm sorry.
Talking about some we lost because of a regular season game, nigga.
I've been talking about LeBum like this. This ain't new.
No, you bringing up the Lakers now, talking about y'all lost.
Brady's a bum.
No.
That's the
Lakers.
Not
seeing my point, JC. My point was, yes, he got a nice little scoring record. That's cool. That's nice. But y'all didn't win at the end of the day. That's all I was saying.
Right. You said y'all lost, nigga. Not too heavy on the squad, nigga. That's a regular season game.
Brady's a bum.
Are you just mad because he did whatever it took to win? Is that all? Because that's what you got to do. You got to gain a competitive edge.
No, he's just showing you how ridiculous your argument sounds.
Right.
I'm just saying a win's a win. Ron got to go.
But last topic.
Brady's a bum. Let's go.
So was LeBron.
Greatest NBA player.
You Garbo.
Greatest NBA player to never win a ring.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Chuck.
Charles. Kenny Smith has one, right? With the Rockets?
Even if he didn't. You act like that's an argument.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying he has a chip, though, right?
He got 2 of them.
He did, but why is he even being mentioned? Is what
exactly. Like what?
I'm just saying. I used the way some people talk about him. That's why I was asking.
You mean the way he talks about himself? Because I ain't heard nobody pump up Kenny like
career
that.
from college through pro, and he was not that guy.
Yeah. I just want to make. All I was just asking is if he had a chip. That's all I was
Most
asking.
of his career, he was.
But why is that relevant to the greatest NBA players who never won a ring?
I just want to know if he had a chip. It had nothing to do with that. I just wanted to know.
All right. Yeah, he got 2 of them things.
It was 2. Okay, not 1. Okay, it was 2.
Because he played with Olajuwon. They won back to back.
Exactly.
When Mike left.
Oh, damn.
Houston won the 2 championships that Mike did not participate in.
Oh, okay. Now I got a little more.
I take that back. He was there for the second one, but they got eliminated.
He played like 12 games.
All right, now the greatest ball player.
Shout out to Hersey Hawkins for ripping Michael Jordan for game in the playoffs.
12 games, and he was getting himself back into shape. So you might as well say he wasn't there.
He still got ripped for game. Actually, for playoff series, he got ripped and took in the stripped and laid up on the other end. People don't talk about that because he went 82-0 every year. People don't talk about none
Florida.
of Mike's failures.
2-1 Florida, Ragu.
Let's go, Panthers.
KO.
Yeah, I agree with Chuck only because there is 1 or 2 specific players we do not mention anymore.
Cool.
And that is Karl Malone and John Stockton. But the Karl Malone thing is more of a outside of basketball thing. Same with John. But other than those 2, I would say Chuck.
I wouldn't even put Stockton. First of all,
what Stockton do, KO?
I was about to say I wouldn't even put Stockton.
Stockton is racist and it's just some more stuff, man. Stockton is crazy.
Oh, what? I'm not aware. Yeah. I'm not aware.
First of all,
you gotta look him up. You look up Stockton because he got some crazy stuff going
racist
on
or not racist, in no realm am I putting Stockton over AI. That's first. We don't even acknowledge Pat Alone no more. So give me some other names that I guess would.
I mean, don't.
My fast answer was Charles Barkley, man.
And like when you think of the greatest players of all time, it's like even if you think of like someone like because Moses Malone got one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So not him. Wilt got one.
KG was very damn close to being on this list.
Yeah, KG, but he got
damn
one.
Close.
Like most of the guys you probably don't even got one, really. So yeah,
I was about to say something about KD. KD, I'm gonna let you go.
You can say KD.
I said KG, nigga. I said KG.
Oh. Yeah, KG did come very
You
close.
wanted to bring up KD so bad. This nigga Ragu, man.
Ragu was like, I have to.
I thought you said
like,
I wouldn't even get you started down that rabbit hole. I know where that would go.
All right, man. Yeah.
I said the ticket, nigga.
Chuck and then Chuck and Iverson for me. I know you only asked for one. My fast answer was Barkley, but it could be Iverson too, just as fast. 2 great players.
I think it would have to be either one of those 2. I forgot Iverson, but yeah, it would be one of those 2.
And you know what? It's crazy because I got to bring this up real quick. And I feel like, do you remember when the Lakers went undefeated in the finals, lost game 1, and then won the next 4?
Yeah.
I feel like, was it the Laker one when he walked over?
Over Tyronn Lue in overtime?
I feel like after that, the Lakers saw that and were like, okay. Look, you know this is a series, right? Not one and done.
Well,
I feel like they took it.
Well, I can tell you that Kobe and Iverson had a discussion / argument as that game was winding down because Iverson was saying, yeah, wait till we get back to Philly. And Kobe was looking at him like, what's going to happen in Philly? Like, it ain't nothing. Like, this game was luck. We're going to beat the shit out of y'all next game. And then when we get to Philly, it's going to be the same. And it got so heated to where Fish felt the need to kind of get in between them. So that's what happened right there. Kobe told I wasn't shit cracking in Philly. That's my town, too.
Oh, so Kobe heard that and was like, yeah, we know what we will see what happens in Philly. That's how okay. I didn't know about that.
So y'all say
he was like, I'm I'm going back home. I don't care if they do boo me. But still gonna.
So y'all pretty much saying Chucker, AI, KO. We throwing pedal alone out the window.
It's a straight talk. It's a straight coin flip too on there.
So
on those two guys.
Is there any players, not the new niggas obviously, but the niggas that's probably like knocking on retirement, like Harden or Westbrook, like do them niggas get in that conversation for y'all if they finish without one? Like, are they
greatest
in that?
player to not win?
Dude, Reggie Miller didn't win one either, did he?
He did not.
That's right. He didn't. Reggie Mill.
My deal with it is, man,
you got Chris Paul, who very well might retire within the next year or two.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say the
I don't have them
closest
over Bark and AI. No.
Would you say Steve? Well, you said greatest, so I don't know. I don't want to get my head bit off for this.
Paul?
But I'm gonna throw this in. Just know you're on the All Grind Sports Show, so you gotta take whatever comes at you. Pause. Steve Nash.
Yo.
That was wild.
Yo.
I heard. I had to. There's no other way I could reference that,
bro.
JC. You can edit that out, though, right?
Yo.
Make it sound a little better.
Nah,
Bro, even KO was
JC,
like,
I didn't have any
nigga.
other choice.
Keep that in, man.
I had no choice. I didn't have a choice.
Lord have mercy. Steve Nash, the nigga who stole MVPs from some all-time greats and got niggas looking at my boy Kobe differently. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shut up, KO.
But they not racist at all.
I forgot about Nash. I completely
And
forgot about Nash.
I feel so bad because when you be watching,
He never even made
the
a finals though. How we gonna put him? You know what I'm saying? Barkley and AI at least got him there.
Yeah, I think the furthest he went was a WCF Western Conference Final.
Yeah, he got hold that 1 year because
he was always running into the
about the
Spurs.
Yeah.
Remember the bloody noses?
They definitely would have made it that year and won.
Remember the
what was that?
Remember the
07?
broken nose?
Yeah. It was either 07 or 05.
I just know he got hold 07.
I mean, nobody ever talks about it. They always used to cheat for them niggas, but that's a whole nother.
Hey, babe,
don't get into that.
persuasion. Wins a win.
That's where the what ifs come from. What if that didn't happen? What if this happened? See what I mean with these NBA champions?
No, because I agree with you. What I'm saying is you cannot name a team who every team they played in the playoffs was missing their best player. You cannot.
I mean, they still played Luke and Kyrie, so I'll give them that.
And then they played a team with no depth in the finals. But I was just talking about the playoffs. But if you want to go to the finals, okay, now you play the team that ain't got no depth outside of two niggas.
See, now you just cherry picking, man.
Can you find somebody? That's why I said the first three. Can you find somebody who had a playoff run and every team they played was missing their best player?
You could probably go back in history and find something close to it. I can't name one off
You're
the top
the
of my head.
encyclopedia, though. I know if it came to mind, you would say it.
Nah, cause not even like, cause I'm just trying to think more recently. But yeah, no, cause I don't remember like every playoff series in the entirety in NBA history. So that's just something you would have to like go through thorough research for, honestly.
Okay, when you do that, I want you to come back and tell me what you find. Tell me what you find.
I got you, man.
Oh, great show, fellas. I'm gonna let y'all go.
Whoa. Hold on. I just want wait.
What up?
Before everyone goes, so I feel like it's only me and the Goo and Ragu that know this, but just real quick, for anyone watching this show, it is Game 7, and the Florida Panthers are leading 2-1 at the end of 2. They got 20 more minutes, and they will become champions for the first time in their history. They're playing a team that battled back from 03.
You know about hockey, KO?
I know a little bit. Like I know about the whole 3-0 comeback. You know, I know mostly like the good teams. I don't know too much else though.
You're a casual.
Yeah, I can wholeheartedly
Okay.
admit I may not even be a casual, really, because I don't even know players like that.
The only thing that's really killing Florida right now, despite having a 2-1 lead, is the constant turnovers. That's like the main thing right now. They had 6 turnovers at the end of the first period, and then they have a total of 11, and then 5 more at the end of the second. So I feel like if they can just get the turnovers under control, they'll be golden. Because Edmonton is playing; they're both playing fast. Edmonton is just trying to keep up with them. But one thing Florida did do was not let the Oilers score first. Because like Ragu has said, when the Oilers score first, that's when it spells trouble. So let's go, Florida. Go
Yeah,
get
we'll check them out. Appreciate my brothers for the great content today. It's been a long time, man. I think it's been at least 3 weeks since we filmed. So
to me, it feels like 2 months.
Glad to be back on with my brothers again, man. Thank y'all for tuning in the way y'all have been, man. Make sure y'all continue to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's take this to the furthest extent. Y'all can catch us on all major directories from Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Just type in All Grind Sports Show, and we will be right there. I believe this is episode like 105 or 106 in the books, something like that.
Already?
Yeah, man. So we on the road to 200 now, man. So let's get it cracking.
To 1,000.
We got plenty. Make sure y'all can keep tuning in, man. We got plenty of great off-season content for y'all. I'm gonna keep coming up with these topics. We got our famous NFL predictions coming up probably within a month or two, man. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Ragu is on. I don't know where he at right now, but thank you, OG, for coming. KO, Dre, appreciate y'all, and hopefully I see y'all within the next week or two, man.
Yes, sir. Glad
go
to
Lakers.
be on.
Go Lakers.
Go ahead.
Go Rams. Go Dodgers. Go Sparks. Peace. See y'all later.